waiting to be told. The acting encompasses the blame. We watch the scenes we live unfold. It's in the stories that we sing. Like someone's waiting to be told. The act encompasses the blame. We watch the scenes we live unfold.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome your faces back here to the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. I'm your host, Maxman, joined as always with Sandstorm. I'm giving you a bit of jumping into game number one. Really quickly, we've got 3 games of Miramar coming your way, and the playing path is already on board, so let's freaking go.
Okay, well, that was insanely
quick.
but yeah, that was very, very quick. I definitely did not expect that whatsoever. But I mean, here we go. First game of the day for the final qualifier today. We will find out who are going to be the last 4 teams to join us for that grand finals on October 5th. See who's going to be getting their share of the $20,000. Let's see. Of course, well, we didn't really have much time to actually go over the standings, but we'll go over that right after this game.
Yeah, we got time to go check out the standings, see how this one is going to be working out for us. But here it is, going to be having an early drop from the east, southwest, all up to the high north, the likes of Cabrera. There's no Oasis, unfortunately. Oasis is only on PC right now. They need to add Oasis to PUBG Mobile. Definitely, Oasis would be a nice area to work with. It's going to be pretty central for a few of these teams to get their main drop-in locations. Impala, a little bit far. Campo Militar. All the area that's really on the eastern coast is going to be really far out of drop-in loot. Drop-in phase, so really not going to take that into account. But still, it's a big map. You have 16 teams, so it should be really even drop. Because actually, one thing that's really interesting that I saw on this phase 3 qualification phase is that all of the teams, I have the impression, drop way more split compared to phase 1 and phase 2, which is something that's really good, especially when you're playing on Miramar, where drop-in split is extremely important just to have that nice early laning phase where you can just loot up and get good position and good rotations.
Yeah, that's very true. And I guess this is kind of a split that I've seen a few times before for multiple teams in the previous qualifiers as well. You had a few teams drop towards the very southeastern side, very isolated, a lot of areas for you to look for yourself. And of course, considering this is 16 teams, it's not a full stack of 25. You don't have 100 players against you. So there are going to be a few areas that are going to be pretty much deserted. So you can try and take that advantage and just have a massive area to loot for yourself. And are there teams actually headed towards Campo Militar? That's actually pretty exciting, to be honest. That's the equivalent of the military base in Erangel.
I think this military base focused is they're not going to go for it. They're going to see here D88. They're going to be going for it. Taking a car. Going to go for an easy shift, which is really good. That's what you're expecting on Miramar. Find your car spawns. Find a rotation for yourself. Although, be careful. Just got to do this real quick. Boom. There we go. Sorry for that on the overlays. It's all good. But yeah, D88 going to find that car rotation high up north. They're going to go to the very side, like very edge of the map here. But they're just trying to rotate away from the side of Team 10, sir. So just going to be really, really safe shift on them on the early stage. So they pan on over to this compound. Going to have two teams. Team 9, Moroccan Demons, which had some pretty good moves yesterday on their angle. But unfortunately, no chicken dinners going their way. So let's hope today they can change that for themselves. As Team 7, V Team, the team that is in last position with just a few points up their sleeve. They need the performance of a lifetime if they want any kind of chance to make it in this top 4.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think that they just need one performance. They need 3 solid performances to get themselves into the top 4. Because right now, even though we didn't have a look at the standings, we're going to try and go for a quick breakdown considering there's not a lot of action happening. So still firmly in first place, you guys got Arab Champions with 47 points, followed by 963 Squad with 36, and then SNP with 26 points. Now, each of those teams managed to get themselves a chicken dinner in the games yesterday. We're going to touch on that firefight in a few short moments. Meanwhile, Naurus 21 and 78 Legends are tied for 4th place. So their performance in these games are going to be pretty critical to how they're going to end up in the top 8 and, of course, the top 4 who are going to be qualifying to that finals.
Go over here to the likes of San Martin. It's going to be happening. Just a little bit of a fight potential once again between the likes of American Demons and V Team. They're so far apart, really. Also, the thing that you can really expect is because it's San Martin, there's just so much room. It can host easily up to 3, even 4 teams if you're trying to go full capacity. So no big fight should be happening unless they just unfortunately clash with each other and get a little bit too close. But look at that first circle shift. We might have an island finish. That would be such a fun game because island finishes, because the island here is so small. It happened to me only once on PL and also PMCO. It only happened to me once during all those games I casted. So if we could have an island finish towards the likes of Prison, Minas del Sur, or Los Higos, I would be super happy to see that happen here.
Yeah, of course. And because towards the northeastern side of the of that island, it's pretty damn hard for you to actually gain access to it. So if someone actually holds the high ground, they're gonna have vision of the bridge, which is one of the areas where you can access this island, or you can either access it by a few boats. But again, you're gonna be in the middle of the water. You're not gonna have good opportunities to actually take a firefight. So team number 4, if the circle keeps on shifting towards the southern eastern side, they're gonna have a massive advantage to work with here, and it's gonna make the game so much easier for them because as of now, there's only 4 or 5 teams that are actually in the circle, and then you have the rest are either borderline in the circle or the rest are just completely far away. I mean, look at this. You have D88 in Campo Militar. You got Team 5, Team 15, Team 10, Team 11. They're all towards that northeastern side. And it's going to be quite a long time until they actually get the opportunity to get themselves towards that southern side of the circle, as we're going to be rotating towards Wolf and the Moroccan Demons as they managed to get a knock onto Hunter of V Team.
Yeah, no, off a good start. V Team, once again, they are in last position in the standings here in the week 3 qualification phase. So they can't really afford another loss, or otherwise it's pretty set in stone that they're not going to make it out. But that's an nade going to be chucked on over by Esbu. Will it have an impact on top of 10? Yes, it will. That's a good nade getting chucked on over. And now they're going to create a man advantage for themselves. They're going to go for the engage. They found the res on top of Hunter, back up to 75% HP. Nade going to be chucked once again. But will it work out against Demon? Yes, it does work out. And then Wizzy M4 gets the finishing blow. He's going to be knocked away. Can they turn the tide of this fight in their favor? But apparently that's not going to work out. Cross is going to be knocked away. That's going to be 1 member remaining on the side of V Team. He's going to try and just rush in his compound. He actually finds a flush for his team. Can he find the rest? Can he make his team survive this encounter with Moroccan Demons? Well, at least he got a bunch of stuff done, but Wolf, he's completely on the side. And if he wants to pick this fight, he needs to do it now, or otherwise it's going to be turned into a 1v3 in the next few seconds.
Yeah, but I don't think he's actually going to go for this fight here. He might be trying to go for a very long rotation around and maybe get a better I guess, perspective on how he should actually approach this fight. Maybe get into a better position as well, because he wants to stand in the way between V Team and getting themselves into the circle. He wants to make sure that they pass him by. Maybe that could be something that he's thinking of, or he's just gonna completely abandon that idea and try and run away. As we're gonna be panning over to Pan Team here, who have 2 members down. And you can see Mohamed's just throwing a few smokes to see if he can get into a position where he can actually revive a few of his teammates here. But I think one of them was actually finished off. El was taken out, and Zeus will be able to get revived here. But S&P, I'm loving this spread. It's kind of like they're covering a semicircle around them to kind of take out as many escape routes as possible and cover as much ground as possible, and see if they can actually take down Pan Team here. Because Pan Team, they're actually pretty damn close towards that top 4. Right now, they're 18 points, 6 points behind 78 Legends and Nora's 21. So if they have a solid performance, they can technically make their way there. And I say that as Zeus is able to get a knock onto Amr Yasser here, which gives Pan Team a little bit of an advantage. They might want to take this fight here.
It's a 3-on-3, so it's going to be like even Stevens unless the res does come on through. We did talk about it earlier. We did lose El Sadi. But I really like how they're working this out. And you send a Pan Team, they're almost in the top 4. And actually, S&P, they are in the top 4. They got the second chicken dinner yesterday on Erangel. So this is great for S&P to just try and eliminate the teams that can potentially take one of their spots. S&P have to take this fight to just be a little bit more secure in their top 4 spot. As a good nade going to be chucked, not cooked quite enough. Going to just force back Sasa back in a building a little bit further back of that compound. It is going to try and breach this. They got the res back up, so it's going to be turned into, once again, a 4v3 in favor of SNP. They're just going to go for the regular 2-2 split. Talked about it. They got a really nice angle, just a really good front line. Going to try and take coverage and at the same time try and push them back away from the compound as they try and eliminate a little bit potential hiding spots for Pan Team. You can see 2 members going to be mainly focused down on Saso. And he knows there's a 1v2. He heard all the footsteps coming towards him. And he's like, okay, I'm going to just backtrack a little bit. Trying to escape this skirmish as much as possible. We can see they're just getting pushed back. Those nades, all those utility from SNP is just forcing back the forces of Pan Team, and they just got to get almost out of the compound. You can see Sasu, he's almost out of the compound at that stage. But Zeus is going to be picking up the 1v2. He does almost get knocked away, but the fight does not get finished. As I say that, unfortunately, Zeus does get knocked away. Should be flushed out by the likes of Youssef. Should be really quick. But AMR Yasser, he's now in the blue zone. Everyone's going to be in the blue zone here, as the circle shift is going to be, once again, as we said earlier, really focused. But though on the southwest side, but here it is, the fight. Youssef going to be coming to him. He does have a little bit of outplay potential where he can just go out of the building, try and surprise him a little bit, but that does not matter, as Pan Team will be completely obliterated and taken out of the picture in 16th position. But Arab champions, they are a team that had a little bit of an encounter here, but they do win the fight for themselves against the likes of Team 2, Nairos 21. So that's 2 fights happening early on. 2 teams in the top 4 fighting and winning their fight.
Yeah, very well played for the side of Arab champions, keeping that momentum going coming into the second day of the final qualifier here for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. Trying to extend their lead and make it even more difficult for 963 to take away that first spot from them. But again, here's the thing. There's no priority, I guess, when it comes to what position you take. If you're first or if you're fourth, it doesn't matter. You don't gain an advantage, really. You're still going to qualify. But I guess at this point, it's not about just getting as many points as possible. It's also about sending a message to the rest of the teams that have already qualified. It's to show them, yeah, we qualified in the second week, but we didn't have a good performance this time around. We're coming out swinging.
I'm definitely going to try and pull off good performances. I'm just checking out. Seems like the stream's unfortunately loading a little bit sometimes, so that should be just fine anyways. D88, they found their car rotation earlier and are really high up north, playing it as safe as possible. Now they've got 2 cars under the control. They're going to try and shift in a little bit. But they do.
No, don't do it.
Why would you change 2 cars to
It might be running out of gas. It might be out of gas.
That might be why, but that's the only reason why I would be okay with this. Otherwise, yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of this whatsoever.
I mean,
especially in Miramar.
look, it's a convertible. It's very sunny. They're enjoying the weather. There's nothing wrong with that, man.
When you do a rotation with the bros.
Yeah. I mean, look, right now they're doing a rotation together. Look, they're just listening to music. They're having the time of their life. They're enjoying the small moments before all chaos comes crashing down.
It's the small things, you
It
know.
is. That's the thing. It is the small things you have to enjoy in life. Like right now, I'm very happy to be here with you, casting this amazing tournament. And
Aww.
yeah, I mean, look, I thank you for joining me, and I thank, of course, the wonderful people at Millennium Arabia and Pringles Arabia as well for making this incredible tournament possible.
Hey, don't let Sandstorm fool you. He's being nice and cute now, but out of stream, it's a completely different ball game.
Hey, hey, hey!
But no,
That's very mean. It's very.
it's very true, but very mean.
Yeah, I was like, do I really want to say that? Do I? It's fine.
Nah, it's
All
cool.
right, now we are going to be panning over to the side of team number 10, which is no
Oh,
other
Divine
than
Vendetta.
SYR. Oh, Divine Vendetta are in a lot of danger here. These are one of the teams that we expected a lot of pressure coming out into the second day, and they already have a down member. Dam is taking quite a lot of damage, and that's him going to be knocked down as well. Don Mahanad is going to try and come in for the assist, but I'm not sure. Can they salvage the situation here?
They're trying to chuck them nades, trying to get a little bit more out of that as possible. Divine Vendetta, they do find a kill for themselves. Itachi going to be knocked away. It's going to be now turned into a 2v2 scenario for the side of Divine Vendetta. And here you go, they're just clearing that fight. That seems so easy.
Why are you reviving Mahanad? Revive Majid!
Yeah,
Majid's
right,
dying!
Majid, he's about to die. Go for it, run to him. Is he going to get him? He does bet. Oh, no, he dies. He dies. He popped the... He actually
zone.
survived for a few seconds too. But unfortunately, they were just not going to pick this one.
That's pretty damn unfortunate for the side of Divine Vendetta, but we'll get to them in a second as we see Amber's going to be able to get a knock onto SYR Master here. As SNP, they had quite a lot of engagements in the early stages, but it doesn't look like we are going to be seeing a sort of an island finish. It's still possible, maybe the very edge of the island and a little bit of the bridge, but it's going to be highly unlikely here. But I'm still setting my sights onto the side of SNP here. There are 5 people stacked together. SYR Masters knocked down. They have no idea where the rest of SYR are because they just left the building.
Going to try and get away as fast as possible. Talking about SYR, one of the members here just going to be going away. Not really wanting to pick that fight.
They're still panicking.
Yeah, but SNP, they're being really cautious, which you have to understand because this is the last week during which these teams can actually qualify. There's no room for mistake. And SNP, they are one of these teams that are in the top 4. If they have bad performances today, they are gone. They just need to have average point standings. That is all they need. They need average results. They got that first 4 points that they made earlier on the side of Pan Team in that compound. They can get another bunch on SYR, but there's no reason to risk it because you got everything to lose for the likes of SNP. I'm expecting the other teams that are like in top 5 to top 8 to have a chance of going back up to really play aggressively because that's the only way for them to potentially make it back up in this top 4. They need to play as aggressive as possible. I'm talking about the teams that are in the top 4. 963 squad. They got the last chicken dinner yesterday on game 3 of Erangel. Great performance. Miramar going to be a different ball game for them. It's all about rotations once again. They seem to play it on the safe end of the circle. Trying to play as passive as possible. But Divine Vendetta now, they lost a member earlier. And they're going to be countered with the likes of Team 13 Arab Champions. A little bit of spray action with the M4 here. Unfortunately, not able to really connect too much. But it does not matter, as Vayne, he will be there to back you up. And that's going to be one member remaining on the side of Divine Vendetta. He does get to cover just in time, but he can't save his teammates anymore. And that's potentially going to be a 1v4 as Rez is coming out from Arab Champions on the backside of that mountain. But that will be normally just an easy flush for Arab Champions. There's no way Divine Vendetta can really pick this one. He's going to be scouted. He's going to be taken over. And there you have it. Yain going to be taking that last kill for himself. Arab Champions absolutely popping off at the start of this first game today on Miramar.
Yeah, they're already at 7 kills so far. Incredible performance. And again, it's very consistent and very in line with what they've been doing the past few games that we've seen in Erangel yesterday and in Miramar today. And like this is something that we did talk about a lot coming into this third and final qualifier, and at the end of the second qualifier as well. We said that we expected a little bit better performance coming out from these guys, and they just didn't really have what it took in the second qualifier. But this time around, I'm still surprised by how well these guys are doing. Like the improvement coming in from the second or coming out from the second week and coming into the third one is absolutely insane. They came from games where they got like barely any kills 2, 7, 8, 9, 10 kills, chicken dinner, complete dominance every single shift of the circle. And it's this is the kind of thing that I would love to see from these teams.
I see the circle shift order. Going back to Arab champions. Yarn going to be pretty low, but you can see an easy shift on Team 12. That's going to be the side of Wolves. They're going to try and get that mountainside under their belt. They do get there just in time, but not without taking quite a bit of a heavy damage output. But Psychopath, they're picking a pretty big fight with V-Team. As they survived their encounter a little bit earlier. They find the res back. They were back at 3 members. But here it is, V-Team. Once again, clearing out a fight. That is a big surprise. But look at that. Cross, he just has no health remaining. That was an extremely close encounter with that team of Psychopath. Though, good for them. They get 2 team squad wipeouts. These are the kind of results that they need. 3 games in a row if they want to make it back in that top 4. We can still see the Arab champions not giving up. Still trying to take a few shots. But it does not matter. They're pretty safe. They have this really good compound to work with, which is pretty good. Got a lot of nice angles to defend. Have really good lines on these kind of areas. If they have a Mini 14 or an SLI, it'll be good. But look at that. 3 members in 1 car. You're going to be put under fire by the side of Wolves. At least it's a very short distance to go and cross. So it's okay. But that is still extremely risky. You just need everyone to laser down that car at the same time. That car explodes in seconds. But here it is. Talking about the Mini 14 player was expecting Brawlak, he stayed behind to just be that backline pressure to try and force them back and relieve a little bit of pressure from his 3-man teammate to potentially try and harass this one. They're going to go on the mountainside there. They're going to try and harass it. This is really risky from the side of Arab champions, but it does not matter. Here it is. Yarn going to be absolutely popping off, getting 2 knocks for himself. And here it is. They're going to clear out that mountainside. Extremely well played by the side of Arab champions. Once again, taken out Team Wolves.
Yeah, absolutely insane play. That rotation coming in from that car to kind of show them, oh, we're just going to go here. We're just going to change our position a little bit. And the next thing you know, Brawler was just firing constantly and consistently, trying to distract them. And then the rest of the squad just showed up on their doorstep and completely obliterated them off the map here. And this communication between the squad of Arab champions is absolutely insane. This is the 3rd squad that they wipe out in the first game of the day. That puts them at what now? 11 kills already? And we still have 10 teams for them to contend with.
I think that what they want, they don't just want to qualify at this stage, Arab champion. They want to beat the record of Kurd squad in week 1. It was of 73 points, if I do recall right. They got 73 points. They want to beat that record. They want to absolutely show to these teams that despite not having the best of second week, despite getting in 14th position, they want to show what they're capable of, and they can try and really clap cheeks if they can and have the opportunity to do so. I love saying clap cheeks. I love clapping cheeks. There you go. SIR. They're going to be going for their shift. You talked about them earlier. They don't really want to get involved. They're just going to try and play it safe. They got the compound here on the side of this river. But where's the circle going to shift? We saw the circle shift a little bit earlier for phase 3. It's going to start closing up in the next 5 seconds, but I want to see if it is actually on a little bit of the island part towards the prison.
There is a tiny bit, I believe. A tiny bit. Okay. A tiny bit of the southern side of the circle is still hovering on just the very edge of the island, but I don't think it's in a position where people can actually hold their ground there. Okay. If you do wait there long enough, then you're going to be put in a very difficult situation where people across the bridge and on the main island will be able to just take pot shots at you.
A little bit, yeah, I can see.
Yeah, so you don't want to be just out in the open area here.
The really important part here is the teams that can hold the high ground, especially where Team Arab champions here. Their repositioning is also so good. Like Arab champions and 963 squads, 2 teams that are right now in the top 4 positioning. They have the best spot to defend in this game. But I can see 78 Legends in the high north. They might want to try and contest this positioning because high grounds on these kind of, coastline areas on the southern section is going to be really important. But SNP finding an encounter with Team UN. They're going to be put under quite a bit of pressure, losing Yusef, unfortunately, in the process, down to now 3 members, but it does not matter. SNP, they're still doing a really good amount of work with this one. Sohn, I believe, is the last member. No, you got also a Patron in the distance, but seemed like he doesn't want to get involved, and he's just going to let his team to die almost there, but which I do understand. You want to try and play the safe game, but be careful, though. On the side, you can see Team 1, D88, they're putting the side of SNP under pressure, and also Team 7 in the back, a little bit further up on the eastern coast. They're going to try and push back on SNP. So SNP are 1 in one hell of a pinch right now. And I'm not sure how they can get out. Although the race should happen for Hamoud. But still, this is not looking good for these teams. And they also have to cross the road after this. Like, I don't know how SNP is going to get out of this.
Yeah, but look at this. Mardaktak is coming in from the left side there on your screen, if you guys can have a look. So even if SNP try to escape from that way, they're opening up themselves to fire from squad number 7, which actually V-Team have been doing quite a decent job. And now actually SNP Youssef.
Oh, nice nade.
Oh,
really good nade coming on through. Will it roll down just properly? I think it wasn't cooked enough. He should have cooked it a little bit more. That would have been absolutely perfect. El Patron, the kill got stolen by D88, actually. SMP will not be getting that, unfortunately, for themselves. SMP, they found the res for themselves. 2 members going to be extremely low. 1 bullet will do the work. Here you go. Another knock happening on top of AMR. Now it's going to be, unfortunately, Youssef. Really, the 1 member that can pick fights fully because, unfortunately, Yasser and Sheriff, they're just so low. 1 bullet will do the work. Youssef is also so low right now. He can't even see his health bar. Put under pressure by the likes of V-Team, but V-Team is a complete 180 compared to what we saw yesterday. I'm really happily surprised with their performance so far. The Rap Champions, they're going to be giving away this high ground section. The reason why is that really it's not in circle. They have to try and find a better positioning, and they will also getting chased down by the likes of 78 Legends. So they don't really want to take this encounter as they had to shift, and fighting in the middle of a shift is never going to be a good thing. But SNP, one of the members just going to go for a car rotation. He wants to play as passive as possible. He knew he was a pinch between Team UN, V-Team, and the likes of D88. So he's just going to get the hell out of here. And surprisingly enough, with just one few HP remaining, he makes it out, which is a big surprise to me.
Yeah, and right now you can see that D88 are actually taking quite a lot of shots here on Hamoud. And he's not really in the best positions because you also know that SNP are behind him. So he's opening himself to fire from so many different fronts here. And finally, V-Team decides to kind of start rotating because they know the circle is not in their favor. But D88 are holding an amazing position. So anyone on that high ground that you can see SNP and Team UN are on, they're just in such an open area. But I think we're going to be skipping over to Arab Champions here.
Oh my god, wasted survivor, just a few HP remaining. That's going to be huge for them. Still going to climb back. 78 Legends not moving, standing up in the middle of the field. I don't know what that was all about. 2 members knocked away for 78 Legend. You have Abbas in the back. He's going to be serving as that background DMR or sniper player. But Ain, he's once again going to be doing such a good performance. He is just so proactive. He's the killer of Arab Champions. And here it is, going to be taking another squad of wipeout for himself and taking 78 Legends out of the picture for this first game of Miramar today. Once again, don't forget, we've got 2 more games after this. It's action-packed, and this is only the first game.
Dude, this is insane.
Is so aggressive.
Dude, this is insane. Arab Champions eliminated the 2 teams that are currently tied for 4th place.
Exactly.
78 Legends and Norris 21. And both of them were eliminated before getting to that top 8 spot, which means that they either barely got any points, like 1 or 2 points from kills, or 0 points, which is not going to be good for them coming into the next few games as well, because Divine Vendetta as well, I believe they were eliminated by Arab Champions. Now you have Supernova and Pan Team. If they actually have a great performance in this game, then they can actually topple Norris 21 and 78 Legends and keep the pressure up and actually be able to get themselves into that top 4 spot. And once again, the rotation from the side of Arab Champions, they're in such a great position. And Sharif might be able to find Hamoud here, but no, Hamoud is going to be the one that takes the win in that one. That's going to be the first kill going over to the side of Team UN here. And I think that's going to be it for the side of SNP. Another team that's in the top 4 being exited out of the game before getting to that top 8 spot. So this is, I think this is kind of setting the game up and setting the day up to have quite a lot of upsets for squads like maybe even 963 squad, SNP, Norris 21, 78 Legends. Those are all guys that were holding that top 4 spot for a game or two. And their performance was pretty damn good in the first day. But this time around, I think every single team wants to show what they're made of.
Damn, exactly. Especially you can see Arab Champions just completely eliminating teams that can potentially harass their record, because once again, they're pretty safe. I'm pretty sure they're still going to be in top 4 at the end of the day. Though, one team that I'm really happy about is V-Team. They have been absolutely popping off today. 3 team squad wipeouts going their direction. And they're looking for more, as they see D88 not quite taking a shot here with that M24. is also a pretty good loadout to have because this is going to be more of a battle of peaks. And the circle shift did go in favor of Arab champions. They have.
Oh, the 88's going to be coming in, though.
Oh, they're going to rush. Here it is. Going to draw up right over to that M4. And here it. Look at that V team. Don't even have to do anything extra. The teams come to them. The kills come to them. 2 easy shuts down. Escobar. Oh, okay. The stream went black for a second there. That's completely fine. We got the sound. Woo! Feels good.
Okay, so I wasn't the only one without sound.
Yeah, we got the sound now. There you go. It's fixed for the stream. Hope you guys enjoy it. But there you go. V team taking 2 extra kills and 2 extra points for themselves.
That is ridiculous. Now they have 10 kills for themselves. Oh, okay, no Star Wars memes. But yeah, I definitely have to agree. V-Team have been clapping cheeks left and right this game. 10 kills so far. We're down to the top 8, and oh boy, looks like they're going to be getting a few more. They're not stopping at 10 here. They want to get themselves even more kills. They want to challenge the likes of Kurt Squad for the most kills in a single game, increasing that up to 11. And they're not even done yet. They're engaging a fight with team number 11 as well. What is happening with V-Team?
V-Team is a complete, once again, 180, but unfortunately one of the members going to be knocked away. I can't say his name because I just can't. It's impossible for me. But Crossed, going to take quite a heavy hit, down to about half HP. Can he find the res? Does have a little bit of a dip to work with, but Escobar could also try and scout him out if he really wants to, but seem like he's also going to be under pressure. But the mountainside is not going to be in circle anymore here, Sandstorm. All the teams are going to have to go tumbling down that mountain, and they're going to be shut down one by one by the likes of V-Team, and also Team 13 that's going to be the side of Arab champions. They are completely dominating this game. Sir, they're going to try and get involved a little bit too early here, I think, but still is better than trying to be pressured by that circle shift. Look at that. One team that's in a really bad spot is going to be 963 squad. They're in the worst position. They have to go down the mountain after they have to cross a field. All of that to try and potentially pick a fight with the side of Arab champions. They still have these cars, but still, I'm not sure that's going to help out. We saw what happened earlier, how they tried to pick that fight with V-Team, sorry. And it just didn't work out in that car rotation because once again, it's a field. You're really easy to shut down these locations. But SYR, they actually get to Arab champions and shut down Wasted. Can they find a kill for themselves?
Yeah, Wasted was one of the big members, and that's going to be a brawl like as the second. Wasted might get eliminated here, but Yain is going to be standing tall, taking down Napan. But Napan is going to be able to eliminate Arab champions. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the last 3 teams of this first game here. 8 people left alive. You got the side of team number 7, V-Team, looking to make themselves known in this game as they take down Nigantas, and by exploding his car, that's going to be 1 man down already. 14 kills so far. Keep in mind, the highest amount of points we got in a single game was 26 from the side of Arab champions with 16 kills and a chicken dinner. They need to eliminate both these teams to topple that. And I swear, if they manage to do this, they catapult themselves from last place to 3rd in 1 game. It's now or never for V-Team. You need to make sure that you finish this game by killing absolutely everyone. You got 3 people left for the side of 963 squad, who are also one of the teams in the top 4, currently holding 2nd place with 36 points. And of course, team number 10, which is SYR, the ones who eliminated the Arab champions. And now the circle has turned in the favor of 963, but we're going to be seeing a fight here. Who's going to come out on top? Is it 963 or V-Team?
V-Team, what's going to have that high ground is going to be extremely valuable for them, but unfortunately a few shots fired was Discard. Not going to be doing too much. Here it is. 1 member of V-Team going to be knocked away, down to now 2 members. And here it is. The aggression is going to be coming on through, but they get knocked for themselves. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade-off. Actually, no, 2-for-2 trade-off. It's going to be turned into a 1v1 between the likes of 963 squad and V-Team. This is so close, but the Reds will be coming out early from Crossed on the side of V-Team. If he can directly after that res harass them, they're going to have a huge man advantage. 1 nade for each team is all they need. But look at that. Still that 1 member going to try and snake it in from the side of Team 10 SYR. And he's going to try and maybe steal this chicken dinner away completely.
Yeah, SYR, they're just waiting for these 2 guys to knock each other out of the game. And then they want to try and kind of just clean it up. Reek, trying to see if he can actually get some information. But he's out in the open.
Nice.
He's going to come out on top. He takes down 1. Will he be able to take down the second? No, he's going to be traded. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Grenade going to be coming out from the side of Cross here. Is it going to be enough to take them out? No, but it forces them to get the hell from behind that ledge. But it is going to be 963 who win the trade and shut them down. But now it is going to be SYR.
Okay,
so you know this is the opportunity. This is a 1v3 scenario.
No.
Is Yeah, it's a 1v3. He's on his own. The rest of his squad is dead. He takes out one. He takes out two. And SYR get the chicken dinner. In an unlikely scenario, a dominating V team, a stomping 963 squad, but it is SYR who come out on top.
God freaking damn it. I said it in that last circle shift. 963 squad had the worst positioning. Not because they positioned badly, because the circle shifted in such a bad way for them that I didn't know how they were going to make it out. But the simple fact that SYR took out Arab champions, relieved that pressure away. Oh, damn. Okay. Wait, let's just... Whoop, face cam. There you go. Check out.
Hello.
Hello. The simple fact that SYR relieved the pressure away from 963 squad by taking out Arab champions on their own was huge for 963 squad. And then they picked that fight. It was really close by V Team. I think V Team in that last fight, I think can agree on that. Was me. They did do a little bit of a mistake. Whereas they engaged one by one. If they went in, just waited a little bit more for their two members, they just rest back up to get back up, get to 75% HP, even 100% if they had a full med kit. And then engage, I'm sure it could have worked out because they had that high ground. But every single time they went one by one, and that's what shut them down, and that's what made them lose that fight. But still, they got so many kills. It was like, I think 14 when we saw it last time. They got 14 kills for themselves, which is freaking huge. I'm going to go back over to the gameplay so you guys can see.
It's actually 15 kills for the side of V Team.
Oh, so they confirmed one. Okay, I didn't think.
Yeah, so 15 kills with third place finish, which gives them an extra 5 points, which means they get themselves a total of 20 points. Now, if we look at the scoreboard, let's actually have a quick look at the standings to try and get a better understanding of who is in the top 4 at the moment. So now it's 21, SNP, and 78 Legends. They all didn't have the best of performances, so I don't think they're going to stay in the top 4. But I think V Team, after that performance, they get themselves 25 points in total. Or sorry, rather, actually, no, they're going to stay at 23. So they don't actually crack the top 4, but they're going to be right behind Naurus 21 and 78 Legends.
Hey, being able just in one game after their bad performance of yesterday, in one game to make it back to in the top 8 even, not even close to top 4, but just top 8 in general, is a great achievement, and they can be extremely proud. So I'm sure that that's a big moral boost for them, and they're going to be absolutely destroying Peeps in game number 2 and game number 3 all alike. One team I'm really happy about, again, is going to be Arab Champions. They got 13 kills that game. Once again, I said it yesterday, they need to get about an average of 10 points per game just to be nice and comfortable and to potentially beat that record of Kurd Squad set in week 1. They did that right now. So I'm really happy. A lot of, as you said it earlier, a lot of big upsets, which I'm really surprised by. It's a completely different ball game compared to what we saw yesterday on Irangle and today on this first game. After it's only first game, maybe this won't be the case of game 2, game 3, but seeing how things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if we see results like this happen over the course of these 2 next games.
Yeah, because Arab Champions, they were first place with 47 points. So now if you add the 13 kills they got, that's a total of 60 plus the 4 placement points. They're at 64 points. They're 9 points away from getting the highest amount of points collected in a single qualifier in this tournament. And they have 2 games. They have 2 games to get a total of 9 points. And they've been consistently getting at least 9 or 10 points in every game. That's how they've been able to stay on top in that first place spot for this qualifier. Now, hopefully, we will get a little bit more information. We're going to get an updated standings for you guys, and we'll talk about it before we jump into the next game. But I think for now, we're going to be taking a very short break and come back with the second game of the day.
Let's go.
Begin. KO.
gonna throw my memories away. Now I feel I'm done, and I am cursed by every day till my time is gone. I've never felt this way before, and now I know this all for sure. I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day. 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 I'm gonna throw my memories away. Now I feel I'm done, and I'm cursed by every day till my time is gone. I've never felt this way before, and now I know this all for sure. I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day. 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 I'm gonna throw my memories away. Now I feel I'm done, and I'm cursed by every day till my time is gone. I've never felt this way before, and now I know this all for sure. I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second game of the third and final qualifier for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. We started this journey 2 weeks ago with over 1,000 teams registered, and now we're down to so far 12 teams, and we're going to find out who are going to be the last 4 teams to join them to fight for $20,000 that are currently on the line. It's me, your boy, the host, Dawood Sandstorm Dawood, alongside Maxman to close out the last 2 games of this qualifier. And I can't wait to see the rest of these teams and what they come out with in this second game, because that first game was on fire. It was upsets left, right, and center. Teams we didn't expect anything from, and they just completely took fights time after time after time, and they came out on top. So, Max, what do you think we're going to see in the second game of the day?
I think we're going to see a lot more upsets, and I think that because of this game, we might actually see. I'm going to go over to the standings right now because we need to check them out. But I think that this might also be the game where Rab Champions beat the record of 73 points taken over so far in the first qualification phase by the side of Kurt Squad. They are so far on 64 points. They have been doing absolutely awesome on these 4 games, on yesterday and the first game of today on Miramar. 64 points in all of those games. They only need 9 more, and they overtake the record of Kurt Squad, which is insane, knowing that Kurt Squad is a team that won their qualification phase in PMCO, their regional phase. They've gone to the prelim finals in Berlin, so they're a team that has really big history, and beating their record in these kind of tournaments is really something you can be proud of. So Arab Champions, despite having one of the worst qualification phases on week 2, they're going to have the best qualification phase on week 3, which is a complete 180 compared to what we saw 1 week ago exactly. So still great job from them. But one team that I'm extremely happy about is V-Team, Sandstorm. They've been doing great last game.
Yeah, that last game, they basically just catapulted themselves from 16th place all the way to now 6th, I believe. And so at the moment, they're 2 points behind Numbers 21. 78 Legends managed to get 1 kill, so they put themselves in that top 4 spot. And we've seen what happened last week. We've seen that a team like M16, who only started to get going in the last 2 games of the final day of that qualifier, and they were 1 point short. They were literally 1 kill away from tying with the snipers for that 4th place spot, and it would have had to go down to kills. So we would have had to find out a little bit more information before judging who's going to be going over for those qualifiers. So I would hate to see teams lose out by 1 kill, but I do want to see them be a little bit more aggressive, and that's exactly what happened in that last game. V Team taking fights left, right, and center. Now we're 21 and 78 Legends weren't in the best of positions when they were taking those fights. Like we've seen 78 Legends, they were just knocked out by Arab Champions because they were fighting literally in the open. They weren't using any cover, they weren't using any utilities, and they kind of just gave the points and the kills away for no reason. And then you have another team that I feel were consistent in their games, 963 Squad. They might have had like 1 bad game, but they've always managed to end up in the top 4 of every single game, or at least the top 8 of every single game. They've always managed to secure some points
They've been consistent
in every game that they've played. Yeah. So Arab Champions and 963 Squad have both been consistent, but Arab Champions have had a better consistency because they set the bar a little bit higher for themselves, and they're sticking to that bar.
Oh, okay. Don't know what that is, but there you go.
Did you switch over to that just now?
I didn't No, I just heard the sound was popping on the stream. But okay, my apologies for that on the broadcast. But yeah, a few teams have been doing pretty good. Also, we've got to talk about SYR. They got that chicken dinner last game. They just sneaked up. They actually took out Arab Champions. It was a 2v3, I believe. It was a 2v3. Put himself in that compound in the open fields. They took it over, and that's a huge achievement, especially knowing how well Arab Champions were playing that last game. They did an outstanding performance, and they got that chicken dinner. They were playing really passive early. They avoided an early game fight, and they lost a few members early, but they played respectfully. They knew where their strength and where their weaknesses were standing, and they played around that. And then they just snaked it up. They took out Arab Champions. After that did help the side of 963 Squad to make it out alive of that like downhill section, which is good for them. But then they just waited for the fight between 963 Squad and then V-Team to break out. And when they saw the kill feed going absolutely ham, they saw that a lot of members got knocked out, especially on the side of 963 Squad that did win that team fight. One member was remaining. He did get the res just a few seconds before getting dived by that last member of SYR, but that was just what they needed. And he stole the chicken dinner because he was being, once again, very respectful and just waiting for that prime opening and opportunity to get asserted and take that chicken dinner. So SYR, I think, have a really good understanding of the game and how to play it to a top tier level.
Yeah, well, we're just dealing with some issues back here to find out a little bit more about those teams, as there does seem to be some issue going on, but hopefully it should get resolved very, very soon. But yeah, I do want to continue the conversation about these teams. And one team that you touched on before, but I feel like we have to talk about them a little bit more. Divine Vendetta. What's going on?
Divine
What
Vendetta,
happened?
I think, is more synergy that's been lacking. Where they've been always standing out to me, at least on the week 2 qualification phase, where they always stood out was their rotations. They've been extremely consistent on those, and this week their rotations have been a little bit lackluster. Not bad, but they've been a little bit not as well thought through, I guess I could say. And also their synergy. When they're picking a fight, you saw when they picked their fight earlier was the RAB Champions. They just got completely split when they didn't have a man advantage. When you have a man advantage, you want to try and stay close quartered and maybe hold compounds to try and defend as much as possible. There they were in the old open when they had like 2 buildings behind them, and they just got split. They got 1-1-1 split, 3 split completely differently behind that mountainside, and they picked the fight with the RAB Champions when they got dived. That was not how you're supposed to play it. You're supposed to try and stay close quarter, communicate as much as possible, but they just didn't feel right. And yeah, it's just, I feel they need to work on that a little bit. And they only got 2 more games to do so. They're still not out of the ball game. They're like, right now, they're in 8th position with, I believe, it's 18 points. They got 18 points right now.
They're tied for 8th place with Pan Team as well.
So it's not over. It's definitely not, because you can see that V Team and SYR, they just completely redeemed themselves on that last game. They need to be now consistent with some high score points. Like a minimum, if you want to make it minimum in the 4th place, which is taken over so far by 78 Legends, you need, I'm going to go back over to the standings just so you guys can know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But 78 Legends have 25 points. So definitely what you need right now is 7 points from DVI, which is really nothing. But you know that 78 Legends, they're pretty consistent. Same for SNP, 963 Squad, and especially Rap Champions. These teams are completely consistent. And if V Team and SYR, they pull off the same consistent performances we saw last game on Miramar, that's going to make Divine Vendetta having a really bad time. So they have no more room for mistakes. If they have one more bad game, I'd have to say it's game over for DVI. They're not going to make it back.
Well, we'll find out. We still have 2 games left for today. And I guess I do want to touch on the fact that the amount of points separating 4th place from even 11th and 12th at this point would be a total of 10. 10 points, 10 kills separates 11th place from qualification, which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me.
It's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. So like we've seen V Team jump from last place to 6th in 1 game. So you can see how one good game can make a huge, huge difference. You just have to make sure that you take as many fights as possible, but you also take them in a calculated manner. You don't just run in guns blazing, expecting everyone to die. If you do, not gonna lie, that would be pretty cool. But it's not gonna likely happen in a game with teams like this who are very well prepared. So I do want to see how it's going to work out. We're still trying to sort out a few things here on our end, but we should be jumping into the game very, very soon. And I guess one thing that we've always been looking at from every single team and every single qualifier is we see where they drop in the first game, and we see if they're consistent in dropping in those locations. One team I want to focus on as well that ended up in 2nd place that game, 963 Squad.
I think you're muted. Hello? Sandstorm? Sandstorm. Oh, Discord. Okay, apparently, guys, Discord is having some issues. I think, and we're not the only one. Discord is having a mental breakdown. I can't send you a message, Sandstorm. Well, I'm just going to have to try and send him a message. This is a little bit annoying. Discord, why are you doing this to us? It's fine. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Okay. Sandstorm. Discord is lagging, so if you can activate your microphone on Google Hangouts, that'll be really good, because the Discord is down. Did you activate your microphone? Hello? Sandstorm. Can you hear me? You should be able to hear me normally. Discord, why are you doing this to us? What have we done? We don't deserve this. Oh, well, we'll have to jump into the game anyways. So there we go. Sandstorm, sandstorm. Boom. Boom. Let's hope we can get that stuff fixed off. We can't hear you, Sandstorm. We can't hear you on the broadcast. We cannot hear you. Discord is down. Just got activate your sound on the Google Hangouts. Activate on Google Hangouts, Sandstorm, and we'll be able to talk. Sorry for that, guys. Technical issues with Discord. I don't know what's happening. Thank you, Discord. Having a mental breakdown. It's completely fine. We should be able to get Sandstorm back online really soon with another method. Yeah, Discord is down. Right. Activate mic. Yeah. Okay, we're trying to get him back. Let's hope it does work out. But anyways, let's jump into the game. We'll have to see how this one is going to be working out. We're going to see a plane shift pretty similar to the last game, to be completely honest. Going to be mainly focused here on the western side. Not really high central north. It's going to be more towards the likes of La Cobriera and Crater Fields on the end path. We're going to have to see how this is going to be working out. Just got to try and get a little bit of a hang of Sandstorm real quick. Okay, just trying to see how this is going to be working out for us. Hope we can get Sandstorm back. Until then, hope the Discord does get fixed. A little bit unfortunate, but not really much we can do right now. So, I guess it's going to be solo cast until then. Let's see how this is working. So, we're going to have a few normal shifts coming in on early for these teams. The 93 squad are going to go for the same kind of shift early towards the likes of Val del Mar and Minas del Sur. Going to be important to see what his first phase circle is going to be coming up. A lot of clusters of teams dropping actually very late to the likes of La Cobriera. But they're going to be going for the high north shift. A lot of teams also going to be pretty central on the map here. So you've got to keep in mind to see a little bit how this is going to be working out for some of these teams. Might have a little bit of an early game fight happening at some stage. But so far, just going to be chill as always. Just really interested to see where phase 1 circle is going to be located. I guess I can try.
Hello.
Ah, finally! I've been telling you to activate your mic on
Sorry, I
Hangouts
do
for
apologize.
10
I
years.
just had some technical issues on my end, ladies and gentlemen. That is, I do apologize for that.
Finally, there we go. We got. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Not sure if you can hear me. Oh, that's unfortunate. Wait, let's just go microphone and hello. Can you hear me, Sandstorm?
Yes.
Finally,
I can hear you
there
now.
we go. So we had a little bit of an issue. I was like, when is he going to understand the Google Hangouts can use a microphone? It's fine. There we go. We're going to be jumping into it. Sorry for the delay. Discord was just having a mental breakdown on top of us here. A little bit unfortunate, but we are back into the game. And we haven't missed anything. But look at that, though. 4 teams in 1 compound on La Cobriera. Not going to be looking to... no, sorry, for... not Cobriera. Not La Cobriera Aro. I don't know why I said that. This is going to be... I forgot the name. There you go. That Discord stuff completely messed me up. Picardo.
Okay, so
There it
you
is.
disconnected as well.
Oh, yeah, but it's Discord having a mental breakdown. It just...
Yeah, because I
Discord
saw, I think I saw the producers when they were loading into the game, and their Discord just kind of died for no reason. So I was like, okay, it's happening. 3, 2. I actually kept talking, and I was like, Max,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
I could see you on the camera. I was like, if you can't hear you, Sandstorm, Discord's down.
But is the mic okay though?
The mic is, it's okay. But though we're going to have a fight coming on through very early. It's going to be DVI having a little bit of a hard time. 2 members going to be having a pretty big shot in their face. Pan team, DVI, and Psychopath having a hard time in this early game fight. Look at that. Going to be seeing him 9. They're going to try and get involved a little bit, trying to force back the side of Psychopath. But Domad, he's going to try and lead the offensive on top of Pan team. Not really able to do too much right now. Just trying to mainly get back close quarter in Picardo. But unfortunately, that's going to be Feel from Psychopath taken out by Wolf. Team 9 doing a pretty good performance on the start of this one. Can they finish out completely Psychopath? They've been really struggling. They're one of the last standing position teams, unfortunately. They can't afford another bad result, or otherwise it's pretty sure that there's going to be no redemption possible for them in the last game.
Well, Goba is currently standing with barely any HP. He's gonna try to use some energy drink, but I don't think he's actually gonna be given any chance whatsoever. As Alubi's gonna get engaged upon by 2 members from the side of Squad 9, and he takes down one. He takes down both of them. Actually, this is insane from Alubi here. Beautiful trade, and he's gonna be able to finish the kill on one. But here comes Wolf. He's gonna try and see if he can actually get some revenge. He manages to turn around, and Alubi's gonna finally get taken down. That's gonna be the Psychopaths eliminated from the game, but they managed to trade their whole team for 1 kill. And I do have to ask, Maxman, is the mic a lot better now?
Seems a little bit better, yeah. I do like it. It is good. We're going to have to make up with it, unfortunately, until Discord does hopefully come back. I hope it comes up during this game, because there's a little bit of a vital information over there for us. But we're going to have to deal with it, unfortunately. It's completely fine. But yeah, Divine Vendetta, they had a member knocked away. Might have another one, taking quite a few shots from the side of Pan Team. Does have then M16, still DVI. Doing 4 members up. 1 member that was very split. He's got to try and join the fray right now. Still, it's going to be a 4-on-4 of DVI versus Pan Team. We saw it earlier. Pan Team really struggling in the early game phase. But look at that. 1 member of Divine Vendetta taking 2 knocks instantly with that AKM. But now they have that man advantage. And Dom Mode, he's going to straight away lead the offensive. Potentially try and shut down these reses. But the Ruzi from Al Sadi is going to be coming out. Can he get that 1 member of DVI? Is this third person? So he has the information, but he's going to get engaged 1v4, and he's going to have no chance whatsoever. Once again, 3 kills going over to that 1 member of Divine Vendetta, and they only need a few more kills to try and shut down Pan Team once again. They're going to try and take that shot, but Zeus going to be having a hard time to do so. And so it's going to be the last member remaining with that UMP. Just a few HP remaining on his side, and potentially going to be game over for them. He's going to try and jump out, which is risky. If he fell there, that was game over. He was dead. But yeah, it's not looking too good for them. He gets on the roof just in time. That's the better play, to be honest. Is where you're going to be safer. It's a safe spot.
Yeah, I guess I guess at this point, yeah, he does have quite a good position. He has a little bit more information to work with. He has better vision, and Muhammad can slowly make his way towards the roof and maybe be in a position to get revived. Because right now, team number 9 as well are playing gatekeepers to that building as well, which is giving Pan Team a little bit of an opportunity to get themselves back into the game here and maybe even try to escape. But Divine Vendetta, they're doing pretty well in the very first few moments of this game. But looks like it is going to be Divine Vendetta who finishes off Muhammad. I don't think he's going to get revived, and Wolf will be able to finish off Sarsur, and that's going to be the last member from their team. And 7 kills as Daham from Divine Vendetta gets taken out as well. Team number 9, Moroccan Demons, they said, hey, okay, so Arab champions, V-Team did an amazing performance in that last game. We're going to do an even better one. And I think they already have 7 kills to their name. And that's basically what, 7 out of the 8 kills of the 2 teams that we've seen? Yeah, they have 7 kills.
I bet they've been taking so many kills in Picardo. And, I mean, they got to have good performances. They have 2 games to go. This is the last chance for them to qualify. So if they can pull off 2 insane games, it's definitely not impossible for them. But Chico going to get very close to Divine Vendetta as they're going to try and engage. Very far off, but 1 bullet is all Chico needed to get that knock. Are they going to go for the flush? I think here definitely what they need. Once again, kills that would get 8 up their sleeve. Potentially 9 if they get Majid, the last member of Divine Vendetta. They secure it for themselves here. He's going to punch him to death. There you go. Punch to death. There it happens. Wolf gets it for his team. And now DVI is going to be a 1v2 on their side. And DVI, Pan Team, 2 teams have been really struggling early. They both got taken out really early on. As engage will be happening. Unfortunately, nice shotgun action. He's going to try and spray a little bit with the AKM. Not able to do too much, but now he knows it's a one-on-one fight. This is the time for DVI to just turn the tides of this fight on its head and take out Moroccan Demons. It seems like he's going to play this one passive, go for the res. But he can hear the footsteps. He's not too sure if he has time to do so. And the shotgun in these kind of areas is going to be huge for Majid. But he's going to go for the jump shot, trying to attack them from behind. And he's going to go for the high ground instead, trying to switch positions. It is a little bit of spray action with the AKM. Going to be missing a few bullets, but here it is. It works out. And Majid of Divine Vendetta clearing out Picardo. And he will be the last survivor remaining. This is Battle Royale 101.
Yeah, very well played by Majid. And the fact that a lot of those bullets were missed, and he was just able to run and gun with that SK12 or S12K, I believe. Very well played for him, and they were able to get back a few points for the side of DVR. But don't forget, Divine Vendetta, they only have 1 member left alive, and that's going to be pretty darn difficult for them to claw their way back in those last 2 games. By the way, Maxman, I do have to say, Discord is back.
It is back. It isn't for me. It's still loading. That's interesting.
I left it loading for a while, and it seems to be working. So if you can get that running, we can improve my mic quality massively.
I'll try and do that right now. I'll let you solo cast just for a little bit so I can actually try and get this working. Discord. Boop.
Alright, well, in the meantime, we are going to be having a look towards Wolf, and Batman really picking a fight where he shouldn't have, as he's the only person in that building, and it is going to be the Wolves who just clean that house up. And Hulk might be the next one to follow, but Golden is going to be taking a decent bit of damage. Now Hulk, HUD, and the rest of the squad of number 2, which are numbers 21, who were one of the teams that were in the top 20, top 4 places, I believe, coming into today's qualifiers.
Yeah.
But they didn't really have the best of performances in the first game, so they do have to kind of pick up the pace in the second and third games of today if they want to keep their hopes and dreams alive of getting to that final and fight for their share of $20,000. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'd fight anyone for $20,000.
Oh, dude, I'd fight you.
I'd fight. I was just gonna say I'd fight you for $20,000.
How friendships break, but there you go.
I mean, are we talking winner takes all kind of, or like are we talking like you take 20, you take 15 if you win, and I take 5?
We just do 10-10 otherwise.
Okay, so how about this? We just slap each other and then we just both fake die, and there you go, 20K.
Yeah, that seems fair. But look at that, 963. Unfortunately, going to be losing a lot of their members. It's going to be only Lorens remaining. Going to be very, very unfortunate. Let's hope he can try and get back to a better positioning in the circle. We're going to see the phase 1 is really focused center on the western side. Going to have a lot of actually the western wall in circle, so that's going to be trying to really reduce. It's a little bit similar to a coastline, so that's going to be interesting to see how teams can play around this. A few teams going to be located on the high northeastern side. Going to be Team SYR and SIP going to be over there, but unfortunately going to be seeing that other member getting flushed out for the side of a 963 squad. Discord is also still loading for me, so I guess my server is still not back up. Sandstorm will have to wait a little bit longer, so Discord does come back.
That's perfectly fine, but I do have to touch on the fact that the side of 963 squad did take a fight with 78 Legends, 2 of the teams who are in contention for that top 4 spot. Now, of course, 963 squad, they're in a much better place when it comes to it. They have 48 points. Meanwhile, the likes of 78 Legends are sitting at 25. So if they want to stay in that top 4 spot and keep the likes of Naurus 21, V-Team, SYR, Divine Vendetta, even Pan and D88 off their backs, they have to keep getting those kills. And the fact that they're getting those kills off the backs of 963 squad is even better for their chances of staying in that top 4 spot. So fair play to them, but I want to see if they're going to be able to keep that up, as oh boy, you saw Divine Vendetta with Majid being able to get 2 kills before, but you got a full squad of Arab champions on your back. But we'll get back to that later, as we do have the Wolves, and of course no other than Naurus 21 taking a fight right here. Let's see who's going to be able to win this one. Oh, that was a beautiful grenade.
Ooh,
Deals a lot of
almost
damage
enough.
to Golden. Yeah, almost enough to take them both down. Let's see if they manage to get another one.
Yeah, it is. They're going to
Majid?
Yeah, he's dead there, unfortunately. Not going to be able to do too much there, but still, nice attempt. Getting 2 members knocked, almost a third on top of Brawlark. But unfortunately, he does lose out at the end. But still, they got a relatively good amount of kills. They got 2 extra kills at the end there. And I engaged Adam Picardo. So still, they can be proud of their performance. But still, unfortunately, it's not the performance they were looking for to potentially make it back in that top 4. So Divine Vendetta, unless they have a miracle last game, not going to be seeing them, unfortunately, in the grand finals. There it is, the 2-2 split happening from Wolves. Trying to pick this fight. They have a pretty good loadout. They're going to try and hold this high section. But here it is. They get a knock on top of Wolf. Golden. How is this one going to be working out for them?
I have to say, I
going to
do
try
like
and get to the
Hitman's
side.
position as well. Like, the fact that he's on the roof here, he's getting so much information for his team alongside Hulk. And you got Hood right under them on the floor below to snipe. And the fact that they, like, you know, they have one of the highest level buildings in the compounds around them, which gives them a distinct advantage against the Wolves here. They're out in the open, and there's a lot of cross sections between those buildings as well, so it makes it difficult if they want to get back together. And if they do, they have to make very long rotations but that also makes them quite open to attacks from a lot of different angles. So they have to cover a lot of ground in that building. It's kind of like the situation that we've seen yesterday. It wasn't in Pringles games, but it's like when the circle is on the mountain and you have a lot of teams around you in Erangel. It's kind of a similar situation to this. You have a lot of information to work with, but you're also open to quite a lot of fire from different angles.
Yeah, you know where teams are located, but they also know where you're located. You're really easy to scout on that high ground.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you can't see them, they can't see you. That doesn't really work at all, but...
Unless you got a Giddy and you just try and play it as sneaky as possible.
Yes.
But Wolves, they're going to go for a 4-man squad play. And they're actually getting really close to this building. So they're going to try and breach this one. They got knocked, so they know that the manpower is going to be reduced on their side. They have a potential chance of getting to that building. The smoke road would be a little bit of a smarter play here to go for. They're all going to try and hide behind that small wall. But unfortunately, Hitman, he's going to have to force back. They're going to go for the res. Nice nade coming out from Ziad. And that's going to give him a huge opportunity. He has only 1 member's remaining, and he has to try and find the res. Or otherwise, if he doesn't, they're going to be having that man advantage taken away from them. Another nade coming on through. Not going to be doing too much this time around. But that's going to be a successful start of a breach on the side of Wolves. And they're slowly going to try and engage this. Nade does come out. Just a little bit of chip damage on top of Ziad. Here it is. They're going to try and shut them down one by one. But unfortunately, it doesn't look on the right side. And that's actually Wolves. They're having a really hard time getting all of these members knocked away. But it does not matter, as just a few HP remaining on Golden will be enough to clear out the lobby. Wolves, successful breach. That is such a smart and really well executed play.
Yeah, as soon as they started rotating, they stacked up all together on the right side, and then they decided, okay, so they're on the roof. That makes it so easy for us to try and just take them out one by one with grenades. You get it down, perfect. Instant rush to the building. And then the fact that they, like one of the guys was actually looking towards the stairs, and he saw this, like, okay, they're coming now. But still, it was a 4-man rush against 2. One was down. I believe either 1 or 2 were down, and then it was just a 4v1. Again, it's another situation where he was able to down 2 people, but in a 1v4 scenario, in a breach like that, it is insanely difficult to come out on top. And now we're actually setting our sights towards El Patron, who was actually flying on that bike until his tires got shot out by the side of Supernova. Oh,
It's going to be very slow, isn't it? Oh my god. Even my granny walks faster than that.
No,
Jeez.
it's like, it was going so fast and then just gradually started slowing down up to a point where it's like, dude, there's no, just get off.
You'll walk faster, goddammit. Okay. We're going to see
You
here.
can crawl faster.
Oh my god. SYR, they did their shift away from the high northeast. Got encircled. They're going to be on the edge of the northeast shift, so they can try and hold this a little bit easier. They got a nice cube compound. Another cube compound taken over by Team UN. Here it is, the breach from Arab Champions. They love breaching. It's like their signature move right now, which is they just couldn't do it in phase 2 qualification phase. But Nade going to be exchanged. Another molly coming out from Wasted. Maybe try and push them back. Nade almost connecting, but just a little bit too cooked. The molly does do quite a bit of chip damage on that member here in the back of Team 8. Having a little bit of a hard time dealing back with this. But now they're going to be in the compound. The hardest part has been done by Arab Champions. Now it's all going to be depending on if you can find a knock, and once you find that knock, you breach it because you got that man advantage, which is what we saw earlier for Wolves in San Martin. This is going to be a similar kind of gameplay. If you create a knock advantage for your team, then you breach it. And it's going to be respected for both sides. It's also if Team 8 can find a knock on Arab Champions, that's when they must try and breach it, because they're going to have the man advantage, and they don't want to lose that potential advantage they won of that fight, and they want to try and get these 4 points for themselves.
Yeah, that they do. And I have to say, Arab Champions, at this point of the game, they usually have about 4, 5, 6 kills, and they kind of keep on going. But at the moment, I believe they only have the 1 kill to themselves, and they're going to see
DVR,
here
yeah.
if the side of Supernova are going to be able to take the fight to them, or because at the moment, Supernova do have the advantage. They have a better kind of area to stay and camp out of for a little while, because meanwhile, if you look at Arab Champions, they're in a very open position here, specifically to the side where Supernova are camping.
Oh, they're leaving.
No,
What are
I
they?
mean, I don't think it's either that they're leaving or they're repositioning themselves, because Brawlak is he's just gonna keep on peeking here, and I'm not sure that's the best call right now.
I think they're going to try and breach it from behind so they can actually put them in a sandwich position. I think that's really smart, actually. Nice attempt. Here it is, the knock will be coming out. Now's the time to breach it. You saw the car rotate away from Arab Champions. You know that Yain is going to be the last member remaining in that area. So potentially right now is the time for them to breach it. But you can see that they did reposition, as you just said. So that's going to be pretty good for Arab Champions going for a 2-2 split. Not sure they're going to be able to find that res, unfortunately. But V team, they're hiding in this high ground section of San Martin. Just going to try and get a little bit of information up their sleeve. They do have the information on Wolves team. So let's see how that does work out for V team. But you did see here, Wasted did reposition with an ally. Trying to hold a better position in the background. Maybe want to try and breach it actually from a different position. But unfortunately, they did lose one of their members. There was Brolak. He got shifted away from this game. The Arab champions now, they're going to have to make a choice. Or they commit to this, or they just leave, which I personally recommend them to leave. But nice mini 14 play by Sheriff. Sheriff for SNP.
Sharif.
Oh,
it is
Sharif.
Sharif.
Sheriff.
Sharif. Sharif.
Sheriff.
Sharif.
Sharif. Fight's breaking out though. Team members going to have a hard time. Arab champions, they're picking a few kills for themselves. There's still 2 members remaining on the side of Team 8. Going to be a little bit scary. Arab champions, 1 member remaining. That's going to be wasted. He has to pick the fight now, or he won't find the res on the Boomar. And Yane, unfortunately. So he's got to do something. He's going to try and breach it. Unfortunately, he's in the open. And that's going to be one of the first breaches in the third qualification phase. Failed over. And now back over to the really important point. This is Sheriff.
It's Sharif.
It's not Sheriff. No, Sheriff. You know, like the word like a sheriff in like westerns.
Yeah, or Sharif, like the Arabic name.
Is there an Arabic name, Sheriff? Oh, okay, you're probably right then. I didn't know there was. I didn't know there was a name like that. Okay.
Yeah.
You learn every day's a school day. Okay.
I mean, look, every day you're on the broadcast with me, you manage to learn something. The first week it was math. The second week it was how to pronounce certain names. Or no. This week it was the difference between anagrams and acronyms.
Damn it! Thank you so
there
much.
You go.
Like I'll call you Sandstorm Senpai now.
Senpai Storm.
Senpai Storm. That's it. Gonna have a shift from Wolves away. I'm probably sure that V team are gonna go for a similar kind of shift, as it is gonna go mainly to the western side. I do believe it's gonna go towards the west. It's actually gonna get hunted away from San Martin. 10 teams remaining. 34 players on the board. Which is still a significant amount of players, knowing that there's only 10 teams remaining. So, still some really stacked teams. There's up to 3 or 4 members on their side. D88, they have 4 members. They're going to hide a nice compound, cube compound under the control in the high ground section here. So, that's going to be pretty chill for them. They play extremely passive. We saw it on game 1 and game 2. They play extremely, extremely passive. Just want to loot up, get their first tier loot up their sleeve. And once they got that, try and find better positioning. Try and maybe harass a few teams in their shift. We're going to see here the next circle is going to be coming on through. Where it's going to go is not going to go on El Pozo. An El Pozo finish would have been absolutely pog. I had the chance of casting an El Pozo finished in PL. And it's absolutely mental the amount of action that happens in those city finishes. But unfortunately, here on the eastern side, G Team's going to have a little bit of struggle. That's Wolves. Their shift was completely denied. And they're going to be pinched between Team Un and also V Team in the back. So they're in a really bad situation. They have to breach this compound to just relieve that pressure applied by V Team in the back. Unfortunately, Killer got knocked away. Smokes will have to get used up, but still Team Un, that's a really good front line. But good nade on Hamoud. But unfortunately, still 3 members, and you can see that Eldon has a perfect line of sight. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to commit to that one. It's just going to be really complicated. Nade going to be coming on through. Not going to be connected, unfortunately. Going to be a little bit too far apart for the members of Team Un. But that's a nice nade from Eldon. And once again, that line is perfect to stop that engagement from Wolves.
Yeah, and I do want to touch on team number 11, actually, King Masters. I'm not sure if they're actually on top of this mountain. Oh, wait. Yeah, they are on top of this mountain, and they're making their way down here. And they're going to be sandwiching team number 6, which is Team UN, with the by combining their strength with the Wolves here. So it's going to be a third party joining in, and Patron's going to be the first one to get knocked down, though. Let's see who's got to come out on top here.
That is helping out so much inside of Team Wolves. Thank you, Team 11, but here it is. They're going to try and get a first knock for themselves. Can they find it in that building? That's going to be a big yes. There's a shotgun plays, and now Team Un, only 1 member remaining. He's going to try and find the res for himself, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to have the time to do so. And they're going to be put in a really bad spot. He does find 1 res, though. In the back, GST. He's going to try and find that engagement. Can he clear out? Apparently not. He's going to get instantly clapped away. That's going to be 1 member of Team 11 taken out of the picture completely. 2 members remaining on the side of Team UN. And some teams trying to get involved. Look at that. Team 8. They're going to try and get here.
And Team 5 as well. This is a cluster right
SNP,
here.
damn. They saw the shots getting fired. They're not going to get involved. They're just going to go past. There's no reason. And it's also on edge of circle. So it's not going to be. This is not going to be a rewarding, really, compound for the long run. So I think that's a smart play from Team 5 SNP. Just not really want to get too involved.
Team 8, though.
Yeah, exactly. They're getting involved.
Supernova, they're joining. I mean, look, you got Supernova, King Masters, Team UN, you got Wolves. I was hoping that the Snipers would join, but looks like no. The Snipers, alongside with V Team, they both want to fight it out right now. Snipers are 33 points in third place, around 11 points ahead of V Team. So V Team definitely want to try and take them out here and make their chances a lot higher of them getting themselves into the top 4. But let's see, as now it is going to be Supernova who make their way into the circle, as the zone is going to be forcing them to do so, and they're going to be taking shots from absolutely everyone.
There's going to be a big cluster of teams. 4 teams in one compound. Not looking good. The circle shift is almost closed up. So if it shifts drastically away, this is going to be a big breakout from 4 of these teams. With their SNP, they did shift a little bit more centrally, but seem like they're going to have a little bit of a hassle. This is not a huge shift, so the fight might not break out right now. One team that has to rotate a little bit closer is going to be the side of Supernova, Team 8, but they still have this coastline, like this coast mountain to work with. So they should have an easy entry point. SNP, good positioning overall. V Team also. The thing is, you're playing around the fields of Monte Nuevo on that southern section. The fields are like, if you go in the field, you're dead instantly. This is one of the worst positions in all of Miramar to have, exactly just behind the side of Supernova. You can see in the distance. If it shifts in that direction, these teams are going to get messed up.
Let's see, as right now it is going to be V Team who are taking a few shots towards the side of Supernova. See if that's actually going to work out for them. I don't think it is, just like Discord not working out for Maxman right now.
Unfortunately, still not. Discord, what's going on?
Try and restart Discord and see if that works out for you.
Let's give it a try. Let's see how that works out.
The first rule of IT, ladies and gentlemen, have you tried turning it
Turn
off?
it off and back on.
Yeah, it's like when you're at home and your parents tell you to fix the internet, you just go plug back the wire into the
That always
router.
works though. You know?
Yeah, and you're like, hacker man.
Oh god damn it, the memes. But yeah, it's still not working for me, unfortunately. But here it is. Fight gonna be happening a little bit in the distance. SNP, Car Explosion gonna be doing a lot of work. And potentially SNP taking out of the picture completely. As 78 Legends gonna be clearing up that game. Now, actually, V Team's doing pretty good in their positioning, able to scout a lot of teams here, but unfortunately Hunter take quite a heavy shot. That full squad is not going to be letting you any chance to get any further. 78 Legends, they want to try and shut them out and get their positioning because it's going to be so valuable for the long run. Team 11, they had to shift because unfortunately their building was not in circle and they got shut down in that smoke road repositioning. But now it's going to be Team UN and Wolves going to be trying to clear this building. But now the one team got taken away, that relieves a little bit of pressure from Team 8 Supernova. So if they want, they can actually try and get involved and third party this one completely and get all those juicy points for themselves. But they're gonna they're gonna play safe.
Action breaking out everywhere, man.
Yeah.
We're down to 7 teams and 22
Or the
people
nade.
here.
This nade could be huge if you just go and cook it up properly. But though Team 10, look at that SYR. They're gonna get involved with V Team trying to fight for this high ground. It's gonna be once again so freaking valuable. Gonna be going for the 2-2 split, which I'm a little bit scared of, but they do have to do it to just try and hold those lines of sight. So V Team, they have to do is what's given to them, and it's gonna be pretty harsh on them. They got a lot of bad teams that are gonna try and take their position away. Still, Mini 14, maybe not the kind of weapon you want to do in this kind of range. I would mainly try and aim over to an M4 and AKM. I don't know if he has one or if he has a bullet remaining in them. But those are the kind of weaponries you want to have to try and stop these pushes. But unfortunately, because of that D88, they're actually going to put 78 Legends in a really bad spot too.
Look at how many teams are clustered here.
Oh my
What is
god,
happening?
what is this? This is looking so bad, but 78
That's not
Legends, they're
where
going to
the
be
circle
pinched
is.
so hard. They're going to get a little bit of hard time. Oops, going to be knocked away for the start of D88. Hunter also got knocked out by Moha of D88. But now is the fight where really V Team, they just got to wait for it to break out. And whatever happens in this fight, they've got to get involved at the end of the... Oh, coming out from Broccoli, going to be pretty good. But unfortunately, that does not matter, as he will be taken out of the picture completely. D88 going to be having Moha, last member remaining, because he was so split far away. Now V Team, are they going to lead the offensive? Are they going to engage? I can see them get close on the minimap. They see that the fight is breaking out. They see that their man advantage is reduced pretty heavily. Is their opportunity now to all get the res on Hunter, which I think is going to be a little bit too late. Unfortunately, he's bleeding out as we speak. Or also, just go pick the fight on D88 and the side of 78 Legends. But as I say that, unfortunately, Hunter does bleed out. He's going to be dying. V Team going to be having 3 members remaining.
Yeah, and 78 Legends getting their getting themselves rather another kill
2
on the
members.
board here. Now let's have a look. Wolves are still holding their ground in the compound towards the northeast, alongside with Supernova. We're going to be jumping over to them right now. Waiting to stable as whoa! Just gets a couple of pellets right to the face. We have 1-for-1 trade though. Let's see what Golden's gonna be able to do for the Wolves here, as it is.
You should go behind the building.
The last member alive, actually, for the side of Supernova, and the same can be said for.
Golden. Yes, there.
Or yeah. Wait, what's he gonna do for the Wolves? Because he's getting Hamido's getting the revive here. That means he's gonna be at a disadvantage. Golden, that's a little bit too late. He will get taken down.
He had a good idea at the start. He should have gone on this right side of the building behind, but he didn't do that, so changed decision a little bit too late. But look at that. The team actually good repositioning, and the circle shift is going to be in their favor on the eastern side. Mainly in favor of all the teams that are fighting in that compound since earlier. 78 Legends, one member remaining, going to be picking a fight versus Team 10. And unfortunately, that's going to be Respect taken out. That's going to be, unfortunately, 78 Legends eliminated in 5th position. Down now to the top 4. This is what we were looking for. Some pretty big contenders here as V-Team. Still in top 4. Got a decent amount of kills up their sleeve too, I do believe. So they're still on the run to potentially make it in this top 4. They had the performance that they needed.
Yeah, that is very true. And so does team number 8, Supernova. Fortunately, they only have 8 points for the, rather, 15 points so far. They're holding firm in 10th and 11th positions because they're tied with the side of D88. And they do have 6 kills to their name so far. Meanwhile, team number 6, Team UN, are behind them by 4 points with 11 in total in the leaderboard so far. So a lot of these teams are actually pretty damn close. And whoever comes out on top is just going to catapult themselves to the top 8 spot and then set themselves up for a much better performance and a much better chance of qualifying. I say that as Sony's going to take a lot of damage from behind. And with he's going to be able to pick that one up for himself. Let's see how he's going to be rotating here. He's the only member alive for SYR. 22 points, 7th place tied with V-Team. And Hamoud is going to get instantly knocked by Wolf. But the retaliation from Patron is there. And that's going to be a 1v1.
Oh, no.
Oh, that trade was insane. Oh, God. It's a 1v2v1.
Wait, that nade was good. That nade was awesome.
He got them both. Are you serious? SYR could be going for a
1v1
to back chicken dinner. This is ridiculous. It is V-Team and SYR.
Oh my god,
teams
SYR
are
V-Team, they had
tied.
22 points at the start of the game. They were on equal standings, and they have one member each, and they're both in the 1st and 2nd position respectively.
Wait, grenade coming out.
Grenade, it's going to be, no, it's not going to be
doing.
doing much there. It's going to be a little bit too off-center, I believe. Not going to be doing much, unfortunately. But the circle shift
has
is
to
actually in
move?
favor of V-Team. So this building is not going to be going actually to Wadia, unfortunately. He's going to have to go away from that. Smoke does get popped. But he doesn't quite know. He has no information. And the 3rd-person view is going to be huge for that last member of V-Team. What's his name, by the way? I can't even say his name.
Mardaktak.
Mardaktak. Mardaktak. Mardaktak. He has that nice 3rd-person view, but the smoke's actually going to be able to like actually shut down his line of sight a little bit.
Oh.
He has to get out of the building at some point. He sees him. He gets the information.
Oh,
he gets
no.
the smoke just in time, and
He
that's
was
actually
reloading.
huge for him. Does have the AKM versus the M4 going to be a really close fight. Does try and pick it up a little bit. Going to treat him be prone. But no, it does not work out because he was prone. I think he took one headshot too much. And then just an extra bullet shut him down. So that's a back-to-back chicken dinner by SYR over here. But still, look at that. They got a total of 6 kills by that last member. He absolutely carried the heck out of his team.
Yeah, and don't forget, we do have to mention the fact that SYR were in what? They were in 13th place with 7 points. They managed to finish off with 2 chicken dinners. And this time they managed to get themselves a total of 16 points. Now, after this game, these guys are just on fire. 16 points combined with the 22 they had. That means they're looking at getting themselves into the top 4. If they keep this kind of performance up, they might actually make one hell of a story to talk about if they make it into the grand finals. These guys are absolutely insane on this map.
It's just so, like, this is actually hype. Like, this is what I love about esports. When these moments, when these teams have been just clapping back. Like, V-Team, they're basically pulling off today. Like, V-Team and SYR together, they're both pulling off what I'm going to be now calling an Arab Champions. Where you start really bad, and then you just completely 180 the entire game, and just completely clap everyone. So, here, V-Team and SYR doing an absolutely huge performance, like performance of a lifetime, and these are the kind of games that they need to try and get in these top 4 positions. I just can't wait to see, after the break, what teams are in the top 4, or what teams are getting really close, because only one game is remaining, and that's going to be the last qualification game of all of the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup to try and get in the grand finals of those top 16 teams in Middle East. So this is huge for all of these teams.
Yeah. And honestly, I definitely don't want to ruin it at the moment. I don't want to talk about the standings. I don't want to talk about calculations or anything like that. I just want to see the standings as they are before we jump into the third and final game for the day. And then from there, we can actually have a little bit to talk about and see how these teams are going to be approaching the final game and what their plans might be. And we can try and, I guess, play predictions. That's something that we could do because we did that in the second qualifier with Demons and the Snipers, and both our teams made it into the top 4. So maybe we can do it again by seeing which one of those teams will be able to make it into the top 4. What do you think, Max?
I gotta agree. I'm just trying to take care of the overlays on my side. His stuff just messing up a little bit.
I mean,
I don't
look,
know,
we got a few things to do on our end. We got Discord to fix. We got standings to wait for. So I think for now we're just gonna be taking a very short break before we jump into the third game. So we're gonna be right back very shortly, guys. Don't go anywhere.
KO.
I feel so alive. I've never felt this way before. It must be you and I. It's got me thinking about us more. It's these bright lights, they put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes. Bright lights, they put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes. Bright lights, they put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes.
Begin. KO.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the sixth and final game of the final qualifier for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. And I'm so excited because we started this journey with 1,000 teams and $20,000 on the line. And now we are finally going to find out at the end of this game who are going to be the final four to join us on October 5th to fight for that $20,000. I'm your host, Dude Sandstorm Dude, alongside Maxman to close out the last qualifier for today and find out who of these 16 amazing teams will be joining us next week. Max, are you ready?
I am ready, and Discord is ready too, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, Discord's ready too.
There you
We're
go,
excited.
Discord is back up. Also, you guys at home, if you had an issue with Discord, it is resolved. So there you go. Use your Discord, do your stuff. There you go. You can do your roleplay on GTA if you want. You can also do that. Whatever. Let's go real quick over to the current standings. I don't know why I said that. Let's go real
The
quick over to the
standings
current
are
standings.
spicy, man.
Oh, do you want to go over it a
a
bit?
Okay. I want to
tell me.
start off with. I'll give you I'll take the very easy stuff, and you can delve deep into the juicy stuff if you want.
Oh yeah, I love diving
so
into
of
juicy
course,
stuff.
so yes, I mean, look, Arab champions, 66 points. They're still around 7 points away from equaling the record, and they need 8 points in order to beat the record set by Kurt Squad in their first qualifier 2 weeks ago. 963 Squad, they're in a pretty damn good spot, and I think it's going to be pretty difficult for them to be eliminated from second spot unless 2 or 3 teams absolutely demolish the entire server. That's the only way I see 963 Squad being eliminated. And then SYR, 2 chicken dinners back to back on Miramar, and looking to make a third one as well coming into this game. They got themselves from 13th place all the way to 3rd in the span of 2 games. This is absolutely ridiculous, and it's absolutely amazing from these guys, what they've been able to do. And V-Team as well, this has been one of the teams that was in 16th place, and they managed to get themselves still within contention for that top 4 spot. They are currently in 6th with 32. But we still have the likes of 78 Legends. We still have the likes of SNP. There's still so many teams with so many opportunities ahead of them. But it's now or never. It's do or die for every single one of them. And I wonder who's going to come out on top.
Yeah, exactly. But like you said, do or die for most of the team that's going to happen. Unfortunately, for some of these teams, it's mostly going to be die because there's no way for them to, make it back
That's
in that
very
top 4.
grim.
It is, but it's realistic also. Like, you can see that when you start to have a point where, like, a point of the game where you're away from the 4th position, so far that is held by 78 Legends with 37 points. When you're getting, like, about, 20 points away from that position, 15, 20 points, that is when you're really going to struggle. So you can see that some teams, they're in a really, really bad spot. You can see the Moroccan Demons and everything under Moroccan Demons. They are really far off. They need one insane game to make it in. And also, I said 15, 20 points to potentially make it in, but that's hoping that all the other teams that are above you from in the 8th position, they have one of the worst games in their life. All of them. Not one that can have a good game. And that's going to be really complex. So I'm really thinking here for, if you are in, like, really 9th position downwards, you're not going to have a chance of making it through. But I can be proven wrong, and I would happily be proven wrong and have a big upset and a big underdog story happening for some of these teams that are in one of the last 8 positions. But it seems extremely unlikely, especially seeing how good these teams have been performing, especially when you're looking at the likes of Arab Champions, SYR, 78 Legends, SNP, V-Team. These teams have been doing absolutely awesome yesterday and today. Well, not V-Team yesterday. They've been doing a little bit, but like today, they've been absolutely popping off. And that's why if you're 9th position out under, I'm going to say it's almost impossible for them to make it back up.
Okay. Now, I do have a question for you, Max, man.
Tell me.
Who of these teams, right? Who do you think might cause the biggest upset? That's number 1. Number 2, who are you going to be picking like as your team aside from Arab Champions and 963 Squad? I think these guys, they're in. There's no way they're gonna get eliminated unless they get ousted from the very beginning. Like they get just demolished from the beginning with no points from kills or placements, and then you have 3 teams who have like godlike performances. But let's say that's very unlikely. But we'll see. But who do you think outside of 963 Squad and Arab Champions would be your team that is going to make it in the top 4? You can pick SYR or 78 Legends considering they're still there. But then that question would be, are they going to keep that spot or is someone else going to take it away from them? Who's your choice?
I was going to say V-Team, but thinking back, how SYR have been playing, their late game is just so smart. They know once again, their weaknesses, they know their strength, they know how to use their strengths to their full potential every single time. They know when to play aggressive, when to play like just a little bit low end. And I'll have to give it over to SYR. They got the back-to-back chicken dinner on the last 2 games on Miramar. They started off at about the same point standing as V Team. They had a really bad start yesterday, and they just climbed up so efficiently. And now they're in the top 4. So I'd have to say SYR, my team to look out for, that's going to cause the biggest upsets. But I think the V Team is going to be my underdog team. So if I had to choose one team for both sections, that's what I'd have to go for. But V Team, I think they have a lot of potential. They don't need a big amount of points. They need 5 points to get close to 78 Legends, hoping they make 0 points that game. But 78 Legends, they are nowhere near in a safe spot. And SNP also, they've been a little bit struggling, like because they got actually 1 chicken dinner yesterday on Erangel, but they're not in the top 4 anymore. So right now, V Team, this is their opportunity on the last game to just get in the nicks and crannies of this Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup and get in that top 4 last second. That is what I'm hoping for. So V Team, if they pull off the same performances they did in Game 1 and Game 2, I'm 100% sure they can make it in, because 5 points is nothing.
That is very true, and I guess I kind of want to stick with SNP. I want to say like they've had a decent, consistent performance in the last in the games that we've had yesterday, and they were somewhat stumbling in this game. I really wanted to pick them, but considering you took V Team already, I don't want to make that as my choice as well.
We can both support them. That's fine.
But honestly, yeah, I was thinking that SYR would stay in 3rd place, or maybe dethrone 963 Squad as 2nd place. But a 963 Squad would stay there. And I would say V Team would have a really good performance and get themselves into the top 4. So I think for me, it would be Arab Champions, SYR, and then it would be 963 Squad and then V Team. That would be my prediction for the top 4.
Okay, I mean, that's very fair assessment right there, dude, pulling off. I think that some of these teams have, once again, a lot of potential, because you see, I was talking about 78 Legends potentially going to get kicked out. They got 37. But SYR, they got 38. They only got 1 extra point. That is, once again, nothing. And you got SNP was 35. You got V Team was 32. Even Supernova and Aros 21 can potentially make it back in. So those are really 4 teams that can just try and steal away the position of SYR and 78 Legends. Because then, as you said earlier, like 963 Squad and the Arab Champions, they're pretty much set in stone to go to the Grand Finals, unless, once again, as you said, they get completely demolished. Well, or even the Arab Champions, if they got demolished, because they got such a big lead, they can allow themselves to have a 0-point game, because they've been so consistent from start to finish. They can allow themselves this game to just, you know, make some cookies, go do something else, and have 0 points. They can allow themselves to do that.
Man, don't talk about cookies. You're making me hungry again.
I'm hungry too, now that I think about it. But, you know, that's what I'm trying to get to, is that really...
Order yourself some food, unlike yesterday.
I'm going to probably do that again after this stream. I don't know what I'm going to go for. I'm going to get myself some tacos, because, you know, we're on...
I might actually treat myself to something today, just because I mean, look, okay, you know what? If my predictions are right, I'll treat myself. If I'm wrong, then I'm just going to...
So prediction is if SNP and
SY, no, if V Team and SYR make it to the top 4. But here's the thing that I do want to talk about for SYR. Whenever they got a chicken dinner, they didn't have that many kills. The first game, I think they had like 6 kills and the chicken dinner, so it was 16. Second game, it was 7 kills or 5 kills even, and a chicken dinner, so it was 15. They didn't have that many points put together when it came from kills, and that's the one thing that I think might be their downfall. It's like they don't want to take fights early on in the game, because they know that might not be their strongest suit. But they're going to wait where they're in the perfect position and have the perfect timing in order to just steal the chicken dinner away. I feel like that's what I feel that they've done in the last 2 games. They've just kept on waiting and waiting and waiting. They played the long game, and it worked out for them twice in a row. And I think if given the opportunity to play the long game again, I think they'll do it. And I think they'll come out on top again, if they're given that chance. But if they keep fighting in the early stages, I don't think they're going to make it to the top 8, let alone the top 4.
Well, let's see how it goes. I have the answer to our questions right now. Sandstorm is going to see this plane shift very central compared to last game, when we did actually have a very western shift down from Los Higos all up to the side of La Cobriera. He's going to go from Impala over to the side of El Pozo, so it's going to be completely different. Instead of south to north, it's going to be from east to west. Not going to change too much, unfortunately, though we do have then this time around, compared to Game 1 and Game 2, we're going to have the Eastern Coast available for these teams to try and set up as their main base. So you're going to see a lot of early game drops here. Team 10, they're going to go for that. No big issues. for this one, and it's just going to be, as you expect, really passive. But are you expecting any big shifts potentially this game because of this plane shift?
Well, I do want to wait until the first circle and see how it's gonna go, because from the circle that we had, I believe in the first game there was like 5 teams in the circle from the start, and then the rest of the teams were just outside. You had like maybe 8 teams in 2 different compounds. Like you had 4 in Torre Ahumada in that north side. You had 1 in Campo Militar, I believe that was D88, and then you had like 4 other teams in Cruz de Valle. Like there were so many teams towards that northern side for no reason, or not really for no reason. Like that's their choice, and I do like it, but it still surprised me. So now what I do want to look at though is 963 squad, because this is the second time again where they drop towards the southern side. Minas del Sur, Valle del Mar, Prison, those are their drop locations. And I love the fact that the producers are sticking to SYR from the start. I want to know what their game plan is, where they're going to go, and what they're going to lose, and how they're going to be able to transition whatever they get into the later stages of the game. And I love this. Get even more vehicles. Because the more vehicles you have, the easier it is for you to try and rotate, and, well, the more kills that psychopaths get.
Neighbors 21 here, and that's into the Patron going to be breached over by Psychopath. Psychopath, their team that have no chance of making it in. If they can pull one team down with them, they're definitely going to go for it, because Neighbors 21, there were one team in the top 8 that had a potential of making it back in his top 4. Though unfortunately going to try and take a few shots but didn't have any bullets. The UZ play will not be working out. Psychopath having a little bit of a hard time breaching the entirety of Hacienda del Patron. They didn't get the flush on Hitman either, so Hitman can potentially come back in this game if the fight does go over to Neighbors 21. But slowly but surely he's going to be lurking around.
I don't like how he peeked with the shotgun, fired off a few shots, and now he's just going to get instantly taken down, though. He's going to get knocked out. Not going to get finished just yet as Goba. Just wanting to get into the right position. Let's find out who's going to be the last member. He found them, but he's the one that gets knocked out. Now it's a 1v1, I believe. Psychopaths.
Neighbors have to win this.
Yeah.
They can't afford to lose.
Yeah. Neighbors 21. They are currently 8th place with 24 points. If they lose anyone in this game, they're like, it's just going to be insanely difficult. And if they lose now, they're out. They're not qualifying. They're done.
But though he's going for an early raise, that's going to create a 1v2 scenario for themselves. But now, look at that. HOD's got the third person view. That means he's giving information to his allies. Looking at that Hulk and Hitman, they know he's going for the raise, so they're going to rush it, which is so smart, but they have no information. We're looking. Going to go for a little bit of an early spray here. Doesn't find the rest, doesn't have time to do so. Unfortunately, Psychopath going to have a really hard time. 9A does go for the flush, finds that kill. But that's not going to be enough. They have to get this squad a wipeout if they want a chance to make it through. As the UMP has time to reload. But finally, that's what I was looking for. A lot of mistakes on both sides. I'm really surprised that it did actually go over to Neighbors 21, but they get what they needed. They do lose 2 members in the process, which is very, very unfortunate. They needed to be able to make it out with like a 3-man squad, a 4-man squad if they could, to try and have a better shot for the late game. But at least they get 4 points, you know? They get 4 points to get a little bit closer to what they were looking for. And it's a good way to start it off, but it could have been done better. I think they could have definitely had a few mistakes got like taken away as you pan on over to El Pozo.
Yeah, I do like this now. Very well played from Naur as well. Their rotations could have been so much better. They still come out on top, so fair play to them. But now we're going to be looking towards the likes of Divine Vendetta, and Daham is taking quite a lot of shots at Hart here, who's cornered. He's taking a lot of damage from this fire, and he's dead. Burnt to a crisp.
Well, that's going to be a little bit
KFC style. Finger looking good.
But that's not going to be looking too good for them. Unfortunately, King Masters, they have been a team that, they've been, all over the place. They had one really good game in Erangel, and that's what I remember them for. But other than that, really, they've been there doing their own thing. And mainly their own thing was dying, which was a little bit unfortunate. Wow. So let's hope it works out better for that. Arab champions, they're going to be holding this main area. It's a really good area where they're located right now. Because it's a high ground, it's a plateau, and he got really good defensive positioning, but here it is. A few shots taken out by King Martyrs. Nijan. If I said that properly, I hope so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, even I can help you with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a few letters missing, I guess, there when he created his name.
I think there's a few letters missing or a few letters added on. I'm not too sure.
Probably something like that.
I mean, but look, right now we're looking at Team Wolves. We're currently sitting in 12th spot with 19 points. They need at least 26 points. Well, no, 16. Now, you see, you made me sick. Now I can't do math. They need at least 16 points to even think about making it into the top 8 or securing themselves into the top 4. But highly unlikely. Again, we're expecting some sort of upset in this game.
Then if you unfortunately have one of those members then of King Master getting knocked away, Zetsu is going to try and help, which I think is not a good call here. You're better off just really getting away. But yeah, as I say that, here it is. Cast a curse, and he's going to instantly get killed off. King Master's getting eliminated in 14th position. Now they're still going to have to try and get around this a little bit more. Divine Vendetta got to try and get back. They got their loot. They're pretty stacked up, I do believe. One member actually of Divine Vendetta is extremely low. So a little bit careful. But look at that V team. They're going to take a few shots in the direction of Arab champions, which is going to be really interesting because it's also maybe not great for the side of V team because once again, their team that is potentially going to get in that top 4. These early fights, they can take them, but they got to be sure that they can't get like dived on easily. So this is a great positioning for them. They can actually allow themselves to take this fight because they're safe from the engage of Arab champions. And if they do have a few members get knocked away, they're very safe. So this is a really good fight that they're taking, V team. I'm really happy with what they're doing.
And that is correct. And let's have a look at Wolves again. Taking a fight with Divine Vendetta. I do want to see who's going to come out on top. And Divine Vendetta, good start so far. They got 3 kills to their name. Right now, they are in 9th place, tied with Neuros 21 at 24 points. And for them, they need at least 13 points if they want to contend with the likes of 78 Legends or SYR, or 14 points ahead. So the more kills they can get in the early stages, the better their chances of cracking that top 4 and getting to that finals. That is what this is all about. It's now or never for all these teams. We said it before, and we're going to say it again. And SYR were one of those teams that we didn't expect much at all from them. And this day, these past 2 games that we've seen from them were just absolutely insane, to say the least.
I mean, they got 2 chicken dinners.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the... Oh, look at that. What?
Wow, okay, very high up north.
What in the world is that? What is that circle?
About 15-20% of the circle is out of boundaries. So that's going to make this basically the circle. What it means is already way smaller than what it seems.
Yeah.
So going high up north is going to be actually pretty rewarding because it's not going to shift completely away from the northern section because its phase 2 circle is still relatively big. So if you can get in like La Cobriera, Torre Arumada, that's going to be some good positions to hold for yourself. But though center, we're going to have C2 teams. That's going to be Team 1 and Team 2 respectively. D88 and Neiros 21. They're going to get pretty close. But once again, Neiros 21, if you can avoid really getting too involved at this stage, that'll be good. But it is, you know, San Martin is a really big compound, so they can share it without getting really a fight breaking out.
All right, well, let's touch on 78 Legends, actually. Well, we'll get back to them in a second, as Neuros 21 with the 4 kills that they got themselves so far. And this is a situation that's kind of tricky. You have to risk it all, and Hitman with a beautiful spray onto Moha will be able to get 1 down. Not going to be able to confirm the kill just yet, but no one's close enough to get the revive, and it's a pretty open area if you want to cross over. And Moha, if he attempts to cross over here, he might get caught out. The smoke road will be made for them to try and get the revive, and Escobar makes it across safely. Is Oops also knocked down? That's 2 knocks. And Hulk's going for the rush, so this could be a pretty dangerous game coming up from the side of Neuros 21 here, but it could net them massive amounts of points if it actually works out for them. He has the barrel.
Nice.
He gets the knock onto 1, and that was the healthy one out of the 2 for the side of D88. And the grenade will be able to knock down... Wait! Did he kill his friend?
Yeah. Friendly fire activates, and Hulk is actually going to be able to clear that 1v2, which is really surprising. That's going to be 2 members remaining on the side
and the
of
kill
Neiros 21.
To him.
Yeah, and they got a total of 6 kills. This is the kind of game, at least the start of a good game, that they need to get in that top 4, because once again, they need it with performance that allows them to get about, what, 15-20 points total. So this is a really good start for them. They need to get a chicken dinner or second position minimum paired up with a bunch of kills.
And they need SYR and Legends, 78 Legends, to not have a good game.
Exactly.
We'll talk about that again as Hitman. He's going to get knocked down. He's going to get finished off here. But Hulk is going to be jumping in a little bit too late. But it is going to be 8 kills for Neuros 21, pumping them up to 30 2 points. 5 points away from getting into that top 4 spot. We still don't have much information on 78 Legends or SYR, but now Rest 21 is all down to one player. It's all on him. And boy, oh boy, the pressure is immense. If I was that player, that's going to be a lot of pressure on his shoulders.
The best play for him to do on the side of the last member of Neiros 21 is really to go high up north, almost on the boundary side of the circle, and then snake it in. Even though Miramar snaking is a little bit complicated, but is really his best play of action because he can't afford to take any fights because most teams are still 3-4 man teams that are completely stacked and have most compounds under control. At least the big compounders are under control of these teams. You can't afford to pick those fights. So really snaking it is going to be the best course of action for that last member of Neiros 21. There's pan on over here. This compound can have a SNP slowly going to try and get involved. Their team that is in a potential of staying in that top 4, taking it back for themselves. So SNP, they need to take a good performance, but they're fighting with the Arab champions. And they got first knock on top of Yane. The team that wins this is going to be having a big advantage. After we do know it, the Arab champions are trying to beat that record applied by Kurd squad. But look at that already. Golden going to be knocked away by that one member of Divine Vendetta, Majid. That was a really good flank in the back. And that's going to be a big pinch applied on Team 12 Wolves. This is not looking great for them. I'm a little bit scared of seeing how this is going to be breaking out, especially because Divine Vendetta are still back as a 4-man squad. And here you go. That's going to be El Podzo cleared out by Divine Vendetta. That was a huge flank from Majid. Extremely rewarding.
Okay.
And they get the kills they need.
Okay, so now what you want, if you're the likes of Supernova, Norris 21, V Team, you want Arab champions to murder SNP here in order to make it easier for these teams and kind of rule one player out. But SNP, the more kills they get here, the better their chances. Arab champions, they don't care. They really don't. If they lose this entire game for no reason, they've already qualified. No one is going to get 66 points to dethrone them from first place, let alone take them out of the top 4. And now this is going to be the second member. They're just giving free kills away at this point to SNP. And it's kind of sad because they were well on their way to getting themselves... manages to trade 1-for-1, but he's going to be able to get finished off here by UAE. 53 and wasted.
So only one member is going to be wasted. He's going to get taken out. Going to try and go for the res here. The easy play almost takes him down, but he doesn't have time to reload, but it does not matter. He switches over to his M4, takes about 7 bullets into his body, and there you have it. That's going to be SMP winning their fight against Arab champions. Arab champions, they don't care. They're qualified. They don't give an absolute damn about that fight, what just happened. But SNP, they are super happy of that encounter with the Arab champions. They got 4 juicy kill points up their sleeve, and that's going to be really good way to start off this game to try and get into the high positions.
That is very true because SYR, they're 38 points, but they're competing with the likes of 78 Legends, SNP, V-Team, Supernova, Norris 21, and even Divine Vendetta. Because keep in mind, Divine Vendetta are in 9th place with 24 points, but they already got 7 kills. So right now, they're at 31 points, and SNP are also starting to get more points on the board. So if SYR get eliminated now, there are so many teams in contention to steal their points and steal their positions away from them. So now is not the time to just waddle around and do nothing. Now is the time to hunker down even more and wait for the right moment to fight. You do not want to take fights because they just lost a vehicle, so they can't really rotate. So they just have to wait for the right moment in order to escape. Because I believe it was Supernova who was gatekeeping them. Again, one of the teams that is in contention for the top 4.
Team in contention in the top 4, SYR. They got to try and be very careful. They're on the very edge here of the circle. They're on the southeast side, taking a few shots. Actually connects a little bit of damage on Wolf over there in the distance. That's going to be pretty decent on top of Supernova. Supernova, I believe their team that to make it in, they need to basically clear the entire lobby. So that's what we're looking for. So Supernova going to be a team that I'm pretty sure they're not going to make it in. But V-Team, their team that we were talking about a lot on the last few games. Really high standings, really high standards also in their points. They need to try and have a great performance this time around. And we see this phase 2 circle shift actually going higher up north. Still a big, like 15 to 20% of the circle is still out of bounds here, Sandstorm, which is going to be really interesting. But no teams went for Northern Shift early on. And that last member, Holt, from Neiros 21, he didn't go for the shift which I recommended. That means he's going to get potentially gatekeeped by 3-4 man stack teams. And that, in my opinion, is a mistake that's going to cost the top 4 positioning for Neiros 21. He cannot afford to stay in San Martin for so long. He has to find a car, rotate super high up north, and just stay there for as long as possible, get in that top 8 minimum, and then try and just wrap around a few kills, maybe a few extra positioning points in your team. But right now, Hulk should go right now. As I'm saying it, he should go for Northern Shift.
Well, we'll see if he decides to do so. But I think it might be a little too late, because he does have quite a lot of teams to go through. And don't forget, he's on his own, so a pretty risky play. Meanwhile, SYR,
Ooh, damn.
beautiful shot from Master here, able to land it onto Hamid. But once more, they have no vehicles for rotations. And if we see a shift going in towards the north side, that puts SYR in a very difficult position.
And I've actually last member of SYR going to be joining the fray in this compound. They're now back as a 4-man squad. Intend to a good 4v4. That's a good headshot from Master. Really good on that Car 98. They're going to go instantly for the race. It's just a battle of really knocks here. Try and use that utility. Try and use those helmet and also those vest durability as much as possible. And if you can try and use those medkits, that's going to be a big plus for you on the long run. They're not going to really go for the engage. The reason why is because it's such a flat area. The fields here, you got to also cross the road. Even if you do have the cars, which I do believe they do have behind them, is no reason for you to pick this fight. So I do understand that they didn't really want to commit to this. If the only moment when they would want to commit to this is if they get 2 knocks in a row and put them down to 2 members. Then that's a fight for them to try and pick. They can try and get to that compound, breach it 4v2, take the points.
Well, we'll see what they're going to be able to do with that. But we are going to be panning over to another one of the teams that's actually in a position to gatekeep Supernova and SYR. It is team number 6, Team UN, who are in an insanely difficult spot. These are one of the teams that kind of just need to kill absolutely everyone that's left on the server right now if they want to make it through to the top 4. But I don't think that's going to be possible for these guys. It's incredibly difficult.
Supernova, they're going to go for their shift away from the compound. They just knew that Team UM was there. They were picking a fight with SYR. They just don't want to get involved as much as possible, so they're just going to get the hell out of that area. As the circle did shift pretty high away from them. I would really enjoy to see where the circle shifted. Oh, it actually got away from the northern side, so that's actually going to be pretty good for some teams. Got the high ground. Unfortunately, Oasis is not added in the game on Miramar yet, so an Oasis finish would have been funny, but unfortunately that's only available on PUBG PC right now. I'll wait to see when that does come on over to mobile. There are a lot of teams against. See, actually, on the southeast side, got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams around the same area. Some gatekeeping could happen. You can also see that Team 8, Supernova, they're going to try and hold some good positioning, but there are not many compounds actually in this area. It's mainly going to be a battle of high ground, low ground, and especially that valley point is going to be really interesting to see where these teams are going to try and shift and rotate to. But they find a different car, so if they can try and hold that for themselves, that's going to be good. SMP, after the encounter earlier, was the Rab champions. They got 4 juicy kills up their sleeve. They also got back as a 4-man squad, losing absolutely no one in that engagement, which is going to be huge on the long run for them. But Team UN, Eldon, going to be taken out, and they're having a hard time. 1 member got flushed, 1 member got knocked. And V-Team, they are just preying on these kills. This is what they need to get in this top 4.
Well, it's just getting juicier and juicier here. You got so many teams that are contesting the top 4 spot, and they're still alive in those 10 teams that we still have on the map. You got V-Team, you got Supernova, you got SYR, you got so many guys here. You got 963 who are holding 2nd place. You got Numbers 21 who are 8 kills into this game, but only have 1 member left alive for their team. You got Divine Vendetta who have 7 kills as well. There's so many different variables to take into consideration here. And wait a minute. Hulk got more kills. Did he just blow up a car and get 2 people?
I think he just did that.
Can we please have a look at Hulk?
Replay, please.
Yeah, we went from 32 to 30. I think Hulk got 2 more kills, so that means 10 kills for his side, which means Numbers 21 gets catapulted even further up, but I still think they need to do more. They need to do way more if they want to get into the top 4. And they need 78 Legends and SYR to do nothing. It's still too much, and I don't want to talk about it a lot. I just want to wait and see what's going to happen.
Oh my god. This is getting absolutely mental. So many teams have a potential. Yeah, here it is. That is Hulk, the man, the myth, the legend of Neiros 21. But she's going to have to try and hold it. You're going to see SYR in the low ground. Still 0 kills, which is, they're playing passive, but maybe if you could get a few kills in the way, that'll be good. Look at that, the circle shift is not going to be good in favor, of course, of V Team. They're going to be out in the phase 3 blue zone. Going to be doing a little bit of tick damage. It's nothing too insane. Really is phase 4 that it really starts to be a little bit too overwhelming, so they can try and hold it still, and maybe get that last member from the other team that's trying to get through. Though Hulk, he's going to go for a shift motorbike. You're going to try and find a shack, and really the best way is just to snake it. If you can find a little bit of a shack to hiding, that'll be great, but be careful, he's getting close to Team 8. Supernova in a distance. I'll be a little bit cautious on this one. But here it is, V-Team going to get back to the circle. That's what they had to go for. Circle shift is about 2/3 done. Going to try and find a center location, that'll be good. But once again, as I said earlier, it's going to be a battle of high ground, low ground. I'm talking about high ground, 78 Legends, they have a really good spot to just scout information and potentially pick fights if they want.
Well, let's see. As we do have a look at V-Team at the moment, I do want to keep just updating you guys on the scorelines in case you do forget. V-Team currently 32 points, 6th place, and only a total of 6 points behind SYR and 78 Legends. And now, 78 Legends, we're having a look at them with 0 points so far in this game. And they are 37 points. They're only 2 points ahead of S&P, but S&P already got enough kills. Are they going to be able to take down UN here as they're lining up El Patron? And he gets absolutely destroyed by the lineup of 78 Legends. They will not be denied their spot in the top 4, and they will fight tooth and nail to stay in the top 4.
Fight will be happening. V-Team going to be able to get a good chunk of information on Supernova, back as a 4-man squad since earlier. Did you take the car out, so it can negate a little bit of future rotations out from their team. But now, are they going to try and breach it? They got 2 kills, they need more if they want to potentially get in that top 4, so they know that at this point in time, there's only 10 teams remaining, they might be forced to really pick fights. So they got to make a decision here. Unfortunately, Team UN, the last member standing, is going to be Sown. Did get away, actually, from the gatekeeping of V-Team, but unfortunately this is phase 4. Now, I talked about it earlier. Phase 4 is when it starts to tickle a little bit too much if you stay there on the long run. He has no vehicles, he has no way to get back to circle in a quick manner, and I think this is going to be, unfortunately, Team UN taken out in 10th position. Probably going to be the case.
That's going to be pretty unfortunate for them, so I don't think they're going to be able to make it with 1 person and 0 kills and needing an insane amount of points. I think this is going to be the end of their journey in the Gamers Cup.
You can see, slowly, doesn't have any meds either. Tier 1 and helmet, Tier 2. This is a poor man's loot phase, unfortunately. Team UN really struggling to get anything significant up their sleeve. And they're going to be taken out. But though, we're going to be seeing V-Team. One of the members of V-Team get knocked away. Despite having a good position, but here it is. M24 action on top of 78 Legends.
Oh, that's not going to be good for them. That's going to ruin their chances here. Oh, I actually can't keep... I'm so excited. I want to know who's going to make it. V-Team taking a lot of damage. It is going to be Itachi from the side of Supernova who manages to take him out. And now we're looking towards team number 9. None other than the Moroccan Demons, who are and it's... Again, it's the same guy. Same guy who always stay... I think it's the only person to stay in the third...
V-Team won their fight.
V-Team won their fight against... the side of Supernova.
Yeah, they just took it. Yeah, nice headshot coming out from Biardis. Does get it on top of 78 Legend. They don't have that high ground anymore. They gave it away, but unfortunately they get a little bit hit from the back. Not sure if they can actually find that res. I think it could happen. They're pretty close to have a pretty good defense. That's his. Yeah, he does have the AWM there.
Oh, Phantom with a shot to the face. Not having the best of times. I love the fact that they're all taking a fight with them, and he's still somehow coming out on top in these trades.
I mean, AWM, right? Just all you have to say. There it is. Going to try and get a flushing Phantom. Can he get it? But he's going to get hit in the back, and unfortunately, that's going to be not even a knock. Just going to be an instant flush. That means he was the last member. Moroccan Demon's going to get eliminated in 8th position. Down now to top 7. As the last member, Hulk is going to try and pick that fight. SMP going to regret that engage a little bit, taking a few body shots. He got the use. He's going to try and rush Hulk. If he gets it, that'll be huge for SMP to try and get a little bit high in the standing. But a few shots actually in the back is not going to be looking too good. Look at that. V-Team going to try and get involved, which is going to be huge. If V-Team can secure that kill for themselves, that'll be really valuable. And Hunter going to get it with that mini 14. I'll be really interested to see how many kills V-Team have right now, because I think that they can potentially, I think right now even, they're potentially in that top 4 if the other teams do not do great. And if also 78 Legends do get taken out right now.
Yeah, because right now, every single team that's alive is contesting for that top 4 spot. You got SMP, 78 Legends, V-Team, alongside, I believe, of course, 78 Legends. Well, let's see. They're taking the fight with Divine Vendetta. That's the team I was looking at. We're currently sitting with 7 kills. 78 Legends only have 2, and they're down to 3 men. They need every single kill they can get their hands on. Yeah, and look at this. Oh god, actually, V team have 7 points as well. So if they manage to take down Divine Vendetta here and get themselves to 11, they might be able to get themselves ahead of SYR, because SYR haven't been able to get any. Wait, where's SYR?
Oh no.
Are they alive? Wait, if SYR got eliminated, they're out. There's no way they're gonna make it.
I think
And
they
78
are.
Legends are getting lit. I don't think they're there. We have 78 Legends. We have 963 Squad. We have SNP, V Team, Divine Vendetta.
Damn.
Well, we'll find out in a few short moments. As right now, it is going to be 963 Squad who are just lighting up the side of the 78 Legends here. Meanwhile, it is going to be V Team rather taking the fight.
Look at that. One team with the better positioning here is actually V Team. They have the high ground on the eastern side. They're pretty safe. No team's really going to try and negate that position.
That's why we are here, but
oh, they are, okay.
they're already down. Yeah. 2 men are down. Two men are dead.
Oh, they're
One guy's
pinned.
knocked. Yeah, and Master's the last man, and then SNP. Could V Team actually do it? I think they might be able to. They're getting kills on SNP here, and if SNP die,
Get the kills. They need it.
they need to
flush.
steal them away. But 963 is stealing them time and time again, and 963 are in the perfect position for their chicken dinner. Meanwhile,
God.
but look, SYR still have 1 member, and
No, look at
Master
that,
was
wait.
one. Well, he's dead.
No, V Team. They got actually breached. They have the better positioning. How did they allow 963 to actually get on their mountain? And if they get flushed, yeah, they're going to get flushed out. Oh my god.
Divine Vendetta are still alive. Okay, so we got Divine Vendetta, V Team, and 963. We know 963 made it. Between Divine Vendetta and the side of V Team, whoever wins or comes out closer and gets more points, they will be the ones that qualify. Because 78 Legends, I think they got eliminated with not enough kills, and definitely SYR as well. SNP are definitely contesting. You know what? I'm gonna leave it be. There's too many variables. I need to wait for the standings. Otherwise, I'm going insane.
963 can allow themselves to go out. They got their points to just be nice and safe in the top 4. They were in second position at the start of this one. So they are still nice and set in stone to take this one. Divine Vendetta got a little bit closer. Still back as a 4-man squad with a 2-2 split. I think they have to stick a little bit closer together, but unfortunately V Team, only 2 members on their side. They need to pick this fight. If they win it, they do normally get in the top 4, but unfortunately, we're going to be losing 1 member. That's going to be Hunter. 1 member remaining is going to be Crossed. Unfortunately, he's going to get slowly rushed over by Divine Vendetta, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get taken out. Oh no, he does actually get an off for himself and does get prone just in time on that 1v2 split. Can he find the other member of Divine Vendetta? That's a big fat no. And it's going to be Divine Vendetta coming out on top. So it's going to be now or Divine Vendetta or 963, but Divine Vendetta, they need a good game. They need to try and get this entire clear. These 3 kills on top of 963, plus the chicken dinner. They might get close, but even then, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. So, 963 getting another
let's
one. That's
see.
going to be Divine Vendetta. I believe there's only 1 member remaining right behind there.
It's only up to Ghost Camp. It's going to be a 1v3. The grenades are flying, and he's going to have to run. He's going to get taken out. That's going to be 963 getting the last chicken dinner of the qualifiers with 5 kills. Meanwhile, Divine Vendetta ended their game with a total of 14 kills and second place, which does net them 6 points. But the question is it enough? Is it enough?
I don't know.
Okay, so one sec. I'm pausing the screen. You can bring it back to our faces. You can bring it back to our cameras.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do the math right now. Okay?
Okay, go for it.
So SYR, 0 kills, 4th place. 0 kills, 4th place. That means they get what, 3 points in total? No, 4 points. So with 4 points now, that basically puts them at a total of 42 points. So let's have a look at 78 Legends. 78 Legends got 3 kills. They got 3 points from placement, so that's a total of 6. So that puts them at 43. So 78 Legends are ahead of SYR.
Okay.
So that means right now, as it stands, it's Arab Champions 963, SYR at 43, so they're 4th, and 78 Legends at 42. I actually need to write this down.
We'll get
Look,
we'll get the final standings normally really soon. So let's hope we do get them really quickly, so we can actually put them on the broadcast for you guys at home. I have to try and keep that out.
But it's like, it's in case we don't.
in case we don't, we'll keep you guys updated. But there you go. But still, that was a nice chicken dinner from 963. I'm really unfortunate by V Team. I think they didn't really pay attention to their northern side of the mountain that they were holding. And then 963 were just able to breach it, get 2 kills because they were pulling off a 2-2 split. Which I think their pulling off a 2-2 split was going good, but they just weren't looking in the right direction. 963 completely surprised them. Got 2 knocks down, got 2 flushes after that. And then they just remained 2 members remaining and then on the side of V Team. So V Team, still a good performance. Not the kind of performance, like, it's just very on the verge of being enough and not being enough to actually get in that top 4. So I'm really, really interested to see how V Team came out of this game. Still, even Divine Vendetta, they started off. Let's go check out the standings before this game. Divine Vendetta had 24 points. So they had the same amount of Navros 21. So it's just so close. It's just so many, as you said earlier, so many variables. I just can't. We just got to wait for the official standings to come out and we'll be able to update you guys at home to see exactly which teams are going to be coming out on top of this one. But damn, what a way to finish. I did not expect it to be this close.
I might actually have it for you here. Bear with me.
Okay. Trying to
SMP.
spoil everyone at home.
Do you want me to spoil? Is it really spoiling?
Is it really spoiling? I don't know.
Yeah.
When I was doing PMCO in Berlin, people said I spoiled because I counted in my head before. So why are you spoiling?
Really?
Yeah, they say, oh, you're spoiling. What if I... No, I'm not spoiling. I'm just counting. E3 standings pre-game. No, where is it? Where is it? Day 2. Okay, it should be updated soon. I'm waiting for that to come up on my screen, so we'll be able to keep you guys updated at home. But there you go. But also, guys,
you know what? Yeah, I'm actually just gonna leave it be. I'm gonna leave.
Let's
it
just
be.
wait then. We'll just wait. We'll keep you guys on the broadcast a little bit longer. So before we do get in that anything extra, just so you guys know at home what's happening next week is going to be then the grand finals here of the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup, with a total of 16 teams representing the Middle East server. We've got a total of 12 teams to make it through the Week 1, Week 2, and Week 3 qualifiers all together. An extra 4 teams that are going to be coming up a little bit later. And they're going to be influencer teams. I'm not sure exactly who the influencers are, so you guys can go check out Millennium Arabia and Pringles on their social media. They'll probably keep you guys updated on that. But we're going to have then, those are going to be the last 4 teams to make a total of 16 teams once again in the grand finals. And these teams will be fighting for whopping $20,000 next week in the grand finals. So I definitely can't wait to jump into that. The action is going to be absolutely insane. And one thing that I'm really hoping for is that Discord does not crash again for the grand finals.
And of course, actually, the grand finals is going to be even spicier because it's not going to be 3 games of Miramar. It's not going to be 3 games of Erangel. It's going to be 2 Erangel followed by 2 Miramar, because we've seen that teams have had a huge difference in their performance depending on the map they're playing. The first example that comes to mind would be Kurt Squad from the first qualifier. They had an insane every single game in the first day when it was Erangel. Miramar, they were kind of all over the place. They were getting a few kills here and there, but that was about it. Because they managed to get themselves like 50-something points within the first day, and then only half of those points in the second day. So you can see the difference in the skill when it comes to the map is huge. So that's why when it comes to the grand finals, and having 2 games on each map will give everyone the best chance to perform in the best conditions for it that actually suit them as well. And that just means it's even more time for us to cast. It's even more time for us to stream, and more time for you guys to see our amazing faces and hear our incredible voices.
And see me fail at math. Also, that's something that I think a lot of people are interested in. But yeah, that's going to be, once again, like the fact of having like double Erangel, double Miramar at the same time is going to be huge for these teams, just to be able to be more consistent. And some teams are going to be able to work out really well. I think the teams that have great, rotations. I think the main team I'm thinking of is Demons. Like, they're a team that they're going to be happy about these kind of changes in the rule system for the grand finals. They're going to be really, really happy for that. So Demons, they're going to be my team. I'm going to be potentially counted as my underdog team for the grand finals. So it's going to be really interesting. But then Kurd Squad, I think they have a lot of fans. Well, it's not I think. They have a lot of fans in the Middle East. And not even Middle East, like just worldwide. They have a lot of support coming out from the community. And I think that they're one of the favorites going into this tournament, and one of the teams that I think a lot of people are expecting to maybe get that first position. But let's not forget, we see all these teams. You see Arab champions, they didn't quite beat. Unfortunately, we'll have to check it out on the current standings, but they didn't beat the record of Kurd Squad, but they got really close. So a lot of teams are going to give a big run for their money on the side of Kurd Squad, and it's definitely going to be easy for them. It is definitely not going to be easy, and they can potentially even completely fail and go in the one of the last positions because the skill cap of the teams that made it in the top 4 on the 3 weeks of qualification phase, they are absolutely insane, and they know how to play some good old PUBG, you know?
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. And of course, I guess while we're still waiting for the standings, because I'm desperate to know who actually came out on top at the end of that one, I do have to give a huge shout out for Pringles Arabia and Millennium
Was
Arabia
updated.
for making this tournament possible and for bringing us here. And we do have the final
downloading it.
standings. Max, Matt, I'm not gonna say anything. I want you to bring it up on the screen.
Okay, wait, no, wrong one. Wait a second.
Oh, I can't believe it.
2 second, guys. We're getting there. Whoop. So
All right.
week
As
3.
soon as you get it on the screen, I want you to tell me.
Okay, wait. Find day 1.
Or so
Wait,
like,
where is it?
You should...
I just downloaded
Come
it. Where's the
on!
position? Here it is.
Yes!
It's here. We're good. Okay, guys, let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. The standings are now on screen.
Oh my, V Team and
Whoa!
Divine Vendetta.
What the hell?
Divine Vendetta made it. Are you serious? 78 Legends are knocked out by 1 point.
SNP and
Divine
SIR.
Vendetta. Yeah, SNP and SIR are out.
What?
I told you.
The hell?
It's ridiculous. That was an insane game from Divine Vendetta. They finally pulled through. They finally had the game that they've been waiting for such a long time. And they get themselves into the top 4 from 9th place to 4th in one game. Gave them exactly what they needed. Those 20 points from 24 to 44. Oh God, that was just insane. And the fact that it just got closer and closer, and we had higher and higher teams from the standings still be the last surviving teams on the map is just ridiculous. I love this tournament. I love these teams.
Oh my God! Like V Team and Divine Vendetta, that last game was everything for them. And I thought the V Team would not make it through, but actually they did.
I honestly wanted to pick them. I genuinely wanted to pick.
I said we could both support them.
For a sec, yeah, I said, look, Divine Vendetta, like, they just need one good game. They need everyone else to have a bad game. That's literally the story of every team that could have made it into the top 4. But I thought Divine Vendetta, you talked about them from the very first game for yesterday for these qualifiers, and you said I believe in them, I support them, I know them, I've heard about them. So I'm like, okay, what if somehow by some miracle they make it? I should have trusted my gut, but fair play to them. They definitely deserve to join us for the final on October 5th because
I mean, it's only
20
1
points in second place. Yeah, by 1 point. Like, could it be any closer?
Like 78
Could it
Legends,
actually be any
43.
closer?
SNPSI War was 42. Legit 1 or 2 point difference for these 3 teams, 78 Legends, SMP, and SI War, was enough to make it back in the top 4. You can't make this up. This is why I love esport, because you have these games, these tournaments where it just gets so freaking close and it just
Like,
ends.
it's so, yeah.
1 kill. We said it on day 1, Sandstorm. We said it on day 1. 1 kill can make the difference. And this is the prime example of why we say that. 1 extra kill from 78 Legends on the side of 7 team on game 2, for example, when they could have picked it, would have been just what they needed to get back on equal standings with minimum. And they could have just got also 2 extra kill points. But the thing is, you don't know that until the standings pop up. So still, that's just, I gotta say, big congratulations to V Team and Divine Vendetta. 100% deserve it, and I'm really happy to see what they can try and pull off against the top teams of each qualification phase and against the content creator teams. It's going to be action-packed.
Yeah, I can't wait. We have 4 games for the grand final on October 5th. But ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be it for us today for the 3rd and final qualifier of this incredible Gamers Cup. Now, of course, we will be joining you the same time, I believe, as every day. It is going to be 5 p.m. GMT plus 3. It is going to be like 8 o'clock in the evening, your like UAE time, I'd say, or Middle Eastern time.
6 p.m. Central European Summer Time for me.
There we go. Yeah, and it's 5 p.m. My time. I don't think anyone here watches, but that doesn't matter. We have action-packed games on Erangel and Miramar on October 5th. $20,000 on the line from 1,000 teams down to the best 16. This is going to be one hell of a day. So make sure you join us next week for the grand finals. But for now, we are done for this evening. So we'll see you guys next week.
Begin. KO.